Boys, only one place to start this week on what is promising to be a very, very happy podcast with a bit of sad story really with the passing of John Keir, age 71. I was really shocked. It feels like it was only yesterday we were hearing his voice because it was.
Yeah.
It was the day before he'd called the final. He grew up literally on Weldon Road. Played 11 years for Cass, I think, as a player. I saw somebody shared a video of him scoring a belting try under the sticks. And then it was actually his first foray into coaching was actually the Challenge Cup final in '86, I think it was, because he was injured. And the coach asked him to preview the opposition, which was Hull KR, weirdly, in sort of full circle moment. So he said he did that and he loved it and it kicked off his passion for the game. Really, when you look at how many clubs every club was offering their condolences, but the amount that were saying our legendary head coach, because he coached Sheffield to the famous victory against us. That's probably his finest moment in 1998. He coached Hull FC when they were underdogs at Cardiff against Leeds when they won the Challenge Cup there. He coached Paris in their very first season in Super League. He coached Wakefield when he got thrown in with just a few weeks to go. Remember that? And they beat Cass on the final day and relegated his boyhood club.
I'm just looking at the clubs that he's been at as head coach. Paris Saint-Germain, Sheffield, Huddersfield for a season, Hull, Wakefield, Batley, Bradford, Widnes, back to Batley. That doesn't even include the fact that he was an assistant for us. Touched a lot of clubs, was involved.
England, he took England to semi-final. He was in charge of Wales twice. Just a really proud rugby league man, I think. And he is synonymous with the Challenge Cup. And I'm going to miss his voice on the commentary. I think we've always
with the BBC.
And we've always got this game now. Like this is John Keir's final.
Yeah,
we've always got it. I was counting how many times he said my word in the game because he said he loves saying my word. He loves saying that. And then the next day, you find out that he's passed away, and it is really sad. But if you're John Keir, as sad as it is, and he did have his health problems towards the end, if you're going to go, why not be the day after you've called the Challenge Cup final at Wembley in the glorious sunshine? That's what he loved doing best.
The biggest compliment I can give him, and we discussed this off the podcast last week, that commentators have to sound like they want to watch the game.
Oh, yeah.
And I listened to John's commentary when I listened to the game back, and I have no doubt in this world that he wasn't commentating. He'd have bought a ticket and gone, I'm in there watching it. Because he wants to be at rugby games. He loves the sport. He is rugby league, isn't he? He is the definition of rugby league.
Synonymous with English, like I said, coaching, obviously commentating on the England games with the BBC, the tests against New Zealand a couple of years ago now, the series against Tonga and Samoa, obviously.
Yeah.
He was a voice of rugby league, especially for the England games, the Challenge Cup game, the BBC, so...
He's just rugby league through and through.
Yeah, and he's got such a iconic voice that it's him when he's talking.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got a funny turn of phrase, and I shared one this morning of Mikey Lewis kicking a goal from the touchline, and he just missed a dead easy one. And John Keir said, "Well, if he gets this, I'll buy everyone a drink." And he got it. And he said, "I owe everyone." Yeah. But he had a funny turn of phrase. He talked about the washing machine, and he talked about he loved it when a halfback pinned him deep. Yeah. I think that's a bit of a window into how he played, perhaps. Yeah. He wants his halfback on the front foot, pin him deep.
Yeah. I wanted to add one final thing on John Keir. Was his last set of commentary where he talked about Jack Farriman's performance, obviously won the Lance Todd. And it was just a nice piece of commentary that summed him up about what a performance. He said, that's just rounded it off. There are very few days like this in any sporting person's career. And you know what? He spotted it straight away. Young Jack's won the Lance Todd. Doesn't happen every day in your career. And I thought his commentary was just beautiful.
If you want a really good read, then Dave Woods has done a fantastic article on BBC Sport. Dave Woods worked with John Keir for many years as a BBC correspondent. And Matt Newsom, who is the current BBC correspondent, the current commentator, has given his input into that as well.
Yeah.
So they kind of come together to talk about John Keir there. And that's a really good read. I read that this morning. It's a fantastic read. So if you are wanting to find out a bit more about his life and learn a bit more about him from the people who knew him best, then that's the one to read from Dave Woods and Matt Newsom on the BBC Sport page.
Definitely.
Well, we'll cue the following Frank now, and then when we come back, we'll talk about the big Challenge Cup final.
Hi, I'm Tom.
I'm Matty.
And I'm Lewis.
This is the Wigan Way, Wigan's favourite rugby league podcast.
He'll put you in his trap 'cause he's a union man. He's got it all figured out. He won't care what you think 'cause he's a northern man. He's allowed to speak his mind. His mind.
So, what a game that was. That's as good as it gets.
Absolutely as good as it gets.
Not what we expected.
No, beyond even our wildest dreams.
We always obviously back ourselves to win, but what a performance. What a
thought we'd
scoreline
win,
for
yeah.
the Challenge Cup final.
I wasn't actually 100% confident we'd win. I'm backing ourselves.
Well, it's the two best teams in the league, I think, at the minute going
Yeah.
at it, innit? I think that was the thing. It's the two strongest teams in the league
Yeah.
last year, probably this year as well. I know it's still a long way to go in the league yet, but
I think it's the manner of it. You know,
This feels the sweetest purely because in 2022 we were a new thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, we're going for the cup. It's a new thing. Saints were on top in the league, but we're going for the cup. We've won it. 23 and 24, there was a weight of expectation. And we won. 25, we didn't win anything. And then this year, we've been written off. And I know we've been written off in those years previous. I know we have. But not to this extent. Not this early in the season. We've been completely written off. And sometimes by our own fans.
Yeah.
And so, to me, somebody who respects this current Wigan regime and does not take it for granted, this was like vindication for them.
Yeah.
And I was desperate for them to win this because of how much pressure they would be under, but also because they deserve it.
They do.
They deserve it. This group of people, this group of players in particular, deserve winning this. And for that, I am really, really grateful that we got this chance to perform. I think back to the Wakefield game in the middle of 4 defeats. Gutsy performance.
Big
Gutsy win. Written off again. Met by our own fans before kick-off. We were written off at 10-0 down. Big performance to win. St Helens in the semi-final. Big performance.
Set a mark.
Exactly. Big performance against Leeds the week after. You think, right, we're on here. We're on here.
Yeah.
We've got a chance. And yeah, Hull KR are great. No getting around that. They are fantastic. They are a fantastic team. But we knew going to this game that if we played like we can, we'd win.
I think I've seen a clip from the Back 10 podcast and Paul Cook, was it?
Yeah.
Actually said if Hull KR had played 30-40% better.
He actually said 50%.
They said, Wigan would still win.
So he was saying Hull KR weren't even that bad. Wigan were just dominant. And if we're going to talk overall, I agree with him.
Yeah.
Because if you watch it back, which I have done twice now, the amount of energy taken out of Hull KR forwards in particular was obscene.
it reminded me of the start of the season. You know, I mean, obviously before we went through our bad run with the Castle Field and that, but I don't know Lee had the injuries at the time, but they got when we battered Lee. And like I said, I know they were low on playing personnel. But the physical, I remember just the games going, but it's just the physicality.
Yeah.
We were absolutely, I remember that. Obviously, I think fouls in that time. We had Walters, we had December, and Thompson off the back of that, and Ellis. And I just said, We're just
No one
big.
can live with us.
We're physical. They can't handle us. We're just battering, bullying teams in the physical battle. It reminded me of that.
The commentators picked up on it. So in the second half, and I'm jumping ahead of it here, in the second half, we had a set where Hull KR had pinned us relatively deep. Field had caught it or whatever. And I think it was Thompson, Havard, Mago, or something like that. And they made about 65, 70 metres between the three of them. And they said, look how easy that was to clear their own lines. Because in the first half, Tom Amon, every time he got the ball, was belted.
Yeah. And he played all 40 minutes.
He played all 40 minutes. Jesse Sue, every time he got the ball, was belted. Jack Brown, when he came on, same.
Well, there's obviously very limited stats.
Minchella, if he ever touched the ball, got belted.
Yeah. There's obviously very few stats you can get from Challenge Cup games because they don't publish them the same way they do for Super League.
Yeah.
And I get that for the early rounds, but they probably should do it for the quarters and onwards. Tom Amon played 56 minutes and made 49 tackles.
Yeah.
They absolutely ran over the top of that.
But that's a great effort. But you can't keep doing that forever.
No.
You can't keep doing that forever.
Well, he said it. John Keir said it in the second half when he said they're reaping the rewards now in the first half. So when the first half was close to the scoreline, but he said they've just battered them that much. The energy started draining. And you saw in the last 20 minutes where we were toying with them. Thompson's try, we're just throwing the ball out, we're putting chip kicks over.
French's try, he steps the first man, and Gildart can't even get to him.
He can't push off. He's just got nothing.
He's given it all chasing Noah in the previous play, and even the fact that Noah got. I mean, we're talking way ahead of ourselves now because we're in the second half. But even the fact that Noah got free, it's because of tired defence.
Yeah.
And you can point to little things like somebody sent us a message that said when Lewis was getting treatment, Hull KR stood in the blazing sun and Wigan retreated into the shade for our huddle.
They chose to
attack
that way, by the way.
Well, I know they did, but then you think it's not that much of a difference. It was still hot.
Yeah.
They were in the sun, but the majority of the game was played down their end anyway. It just felt like all their energy was broken by every time they got the ball, they were belted and they were run at a lot. I mean, we'll talk about players at the end. We'll talk about the game first. But the first 10, 15 minutes, it was very much, we are going to batter you down the middle.
Yeah.
We are going to have our front three absolutely run over the top of you. And that lays the platform for everything else you see.
Well,
everything else you see comes from the middle three, Thompson, Walters and Brad O'Neill. And you could put Partington in there as a middle four, running over the top of the middle four every time.
You know what I wanted to add to that? But I want to skip towards the end of the second half. We normally have a chat at half time and we talk about what we're thinking. And it was, they just scored, we have to get the first points, we have to whatever, and the next points are crucial. I think it was our second set. I actually turned around to one of our friends and went, it's over, they're gone, the legs are gone. I can get nervous at rugby games. And that second half I just wasn't. Even though we hadn't scored yet, I just went, it's game over, the legs are gone. There was nothing left in them, and that was.
Well, even when they scored that try, I know again I'm jumping forward to the end of the first half here, but obviously like when I've watched it back, the pundits and things like that were saying, "Oh, that's massive. This is." And do you know what? And I'm not just saying, you go, "Oh, it's because the game's finished now." You know what happens? Like generally, I weren't that nervous.
I did think that was a huge moment. I tried to destroy my own hat.
The thing is with it for me, it's like I was just like, yeah, but they've had set after set after set after set on our line, not got through, and they've got a bit lucky with the bounce of the ball.
Yeah.
Like, if they actually finally broke us or did something or whatever, I found like that's how they scored their try. I've got no problem with that because they're not going to do that again and again and again in the second half.
Well, generally, we're going to talk about the game now. We just talk about Hull KR's attack in that first half. They had plenty of time.
They had plenty of ball.
Oh, they were down there.
Yeah, they had plenty of ball. The one that makes me think is when I think it might have even been when they charged down the kick from Jack Faz. And May nearly scored with a lucky bout. Rick O'Shea came back again, John's brother, and got Tyrone May free.
Yeah.
And December ankle tapped him.
Yeah.
Right? Big effort. Yeah. Big effort from Junior because it's very easy to just let him score there or let J Field try and stop it. Mattador, I don't know. But big effort from Junior. stopped him, and you're thinking, they'll score anyway. Noah's still sprinting back. They've got men over. They mess up.
Yeah.
They mess it up. But then, they go and then have 12 tackles on the line.
I want to talk about that last tackle.
Because they had that wraparound play where Litton dropped it,
Mm-hmm.
but Jack Farrell was offside.
Yeah.
So they had another go again, and they dropped off Thingy May, and he dropped it anyway.
Well, I really want to talk about that because that was almost right in front of me and you, Lewis, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was like, imagine the 11th or 12th tackle of that set.
Yeah. Because they got that penalty when Farrell were offside.
And it was a really intricate play. And I can't remember who the two players were, but one comes short, one rocked around, and May was popping up in the middle for a drop-off ball to crash over what was meant to be an isolated defender. And Partington comes out, he knocks on, puts pressure on him and he knocks on, and then he hits him anyway. And I just remember, I can't remember if it was you, Lewis, who I said it to, or one of our mates who we went with. I just went, they've thought about that all week, this fancy play on our line, we're going to do bang, bang, bang. On 12 tackles in, they've not even got a sniff of it.
Yeah.
Shut them down. And that was like a statement to me. Everything you planned, it don't matter.
Well, Kieran did it on Gilder. He put a nice move on. He gave him a short ball, and Kieran just hit him with left shoulder.
That was in the same part of the game. The same part of the game.
Yeah.
I know Wardle hit Hiku in the other one.
Yeah.
Where and the amount of times they moved the ball quickly, and Eckersley was there to jam in and make the right tackle, or Kieran made the right move.
But every choice of tackle like that, Kieran took the short man every time. It was like they just knew what they were doing.
I know, but it's a bit like that sometimes. Like some of the F1 drivers, what they say, like when you're driving so fast, it's like you're not even in control. It's like God's touching your brain and telling you what to do. We know it's like that when you're in form playing cricket. It's like you're not really thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's something's telling you what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like something's telling you where the ball's going to be.
Just in a rhythm.
You're in such a rhythm. You're seeing it so well. You're seeing it so clearly. You're so concentrated. You're so switched on that you feel like you know where the ball's going to be. And so it feels like you're not even the one in control. You're not even the one thinking.
Yeah.
And I feel like this must be like that when you're defending shape like this.
Yeah.
They just knew what was going to happen. They knew where to be at every one moment. And then we come on to this where we kick it deep and Broadbent drops the ball.
Yeah.
Challenge inconclusive.
I was going to say, do you think that's a statement of the game that, like, 3 minutes in, you're using a challenge on a knock on?
Well, they'd already lost Dean Hadley, got his head on the wrong side of a tackle on Adam Kieran.
Yeah.
Horrible looking injury. And again, just a case in point of why the HIA rules are so important, because in times gone by, he would have played on.
Yeah, he'd gone off for 10 minutes.
He's gone off and maybe come back on. Definitely can't risk that. So he got his head on the wrong side. They'd lost Dean Hadley for the game. You knew he was gone. Not come back on. And then you drop this ball, and you're thinking, right, it's been 4 minutes. There's already been a huge stoppage. We're going to use our challenge now. I don't know.
I didn't like the look, me.
I don't know. I get it, like, because if you think genuinely that it's been knocked out, yeah, why not? They've clearly shown they're willing to give ball steals on it.
But if you're challenging in the 4th minute, you have to win it. You have to be 100% certain.
Well, it was inconclusive, and I don't think it should have been inconclusive. I think it was conclusive that he dropped it, but they never even challenged anything else again after that.
I just know as Wigan, we've been in a situation early on, and I've just shouted. Well, obviously they can't hear us, but just shouted, just play on, we'll just defend it.
Yeah, I suppose it's an awesome opportunity. It's a scrum, 20 metres out, and it's an awesome opportunity to score points on in the modern game, a scrum.
I know what you mean. It's one of those, if you generally read it with Walters, didn't know he dropped one, but he said, he's hit me eyes, challenge it, type thing. And if you know you've got a clip punch in, if you generally think the ball's come out, then you challenge it. So I get what you mean. Lovely scrum move though, after it.
A gorgeous scrum move. Really gorgeous scrum move. I think we could have scored a number of ways on this scrum move.
Can we start before the scrum? Obviously, Field, watching this build-up, just comes flying over, says we want it centre field. It's like we're attacking here.
Yeah.
And he's sat in such an awkward position because Tyrone May cannot take his eyes off him.
Well,
he's at the
problem is, it's not even Tyrone May's defence.
No.
He's not even his defensive assignment, because Jez Litton is shadowing Jay Field.
Yeah. But watch May's hand. He's got his eyes on Field.
Yeah.
And Field's just jumping as if he's going to go, as if he's going to go late and wrap around Harry Smith. And you can see Tyrone May's hand waving at Jez Litton to wait. And then as soon as Field makes that movement, he's flying. He's giving him the sign to go. I'm assuming Litton can't really see Field behind the scrum. But then watch, as the play opens, Tyrone May's watching Field.
Yeah.
He's not even expecting it to come his side. And Jack Faz wraps around to the short. The opposite side, it's not the short side, it's centre field. Brad goes back that way. And that just ruins Hiku. Hiku has to come and deal with Wardle.
Yeah, he does. He comes in and puts a bit of a shot on Wardle, which is great if he has the ball, because he probably drops it. Wardle probably drops it because he hit him as he's catching it. Absolute all force with a shoulder charge. Wardle took one for the team there, didn't he?
Yeah.
He took one for the team.
Took him some time to get up.
Big time there. But, I mean, just look how much space there is. It's Wembley, so it's a big pitch, that's got to be said. But look how much space he ends up in there, Jack Farriman.
But that's where I come back to Tyrone May, because he's ball watching, or he's field watching, actually. He's watching Jay.
Field watching.
He then overcommits.
But look, I get Tom Davis is there, he's 2 against 1. He probably does the right thing, just maybe. He thinks Tyrone May might get it. But if Hiku's flying in, Davis has to fly in.
Yeah.
Like,
give May a chance to go and get to
make Hodkinson score.
Yeah, make him score in the corner.
Make Hodkinson have to score. Make Farriman make that pass.
I think it's one of those of these tries. I'm not a fan of picking out defenders and where it went. I know coaches will do that because that's what they get paid to do, but as fans, we should just sit back and just go, nice try.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Lovely scrum move. Don't blame the defenders. Compliment the attackers. Just go, you executed that well. Field did his job. Line went down the blind side. Lovely time. Runs off Wardle for get Hickey in, and he goes round on the other.
No, I do agree with you, Lewis, but I also think all of them decisions have been made because of what the attack's thrown at them.
Oh yeah.
And looking at what Field's doing, that could go easily missed. But it's to get May interested and Litton over the wrong side and create the overman. Hiku has to deal with Wardle. He's panicked. He knows he's 3-on-2. And he's bit in. And you know what? I'm going to give Brad enough credit that if Hiku tries to leave him, he hits Wardle and Wardle scores. It's an impossible defensive situation to deal with.
That's what I mean. So you got to compliment the attackers who just say executed the move well. Ran the right lines, timed it well.
It's very nicely done, this, isn't it? and it's well finished because there's a possibility there that you have a rush of blood and you pass the ball to your winger because that's what you're meant to do in that situation. I'm sure the play's drawn up to pass to the winger. And when that's blocked off by Davis to go yourself, got a bit giddy, didn't go under the posts. I think Gavin Kieran would have wanted him to go a bit closer in, but when you're at Wembley and it's your first cup final,
just get it down.
Just get it down
And just go.
Get it down.
He loves taking the line on North Farriman. I know what you mean. Yeah, he's good. He did keep his composure well, but I think as soon as he saw a little bit of space, he's the type of player who just goes, if I see an inch, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
I think he's got the backing for his teammates. You know how good his feet is. He's got his step.
Well, I'm going to throw into that. You know what? If he steps in there and May tackles him, we're running flat and fast with him. I want to see Jack Farriman running.
Hodkinson probably scores anyway.
Yeah, probably. But you know what I mean? I'm sat there going, if he runs at him and May does get the tackle, I'm buzzing that Jack Farriman is running 3 minutes into a Wembley game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're taking the line on. So I'm happy either way, though.
You know how I feel about half-backs who take the line on.
Yeah, and he's against his counterpart in this game, Tyrone May, who is kind of the opposite. He doesn't take the line on, and that's not his game. And I would quite like to see him do that more. The old adage is that he plays in a dinner suit, or a dinner jacket, or whatever they call it. He plays in a dinner jacket with the ball in hand. Someone said he defended like he was in a straight jacket, which I thought was really funny. But yeah, he attacks in a dinner jacket. That's the old way, isn't it? That's the old style, Darren Lockyer style. How many times did Darren Lockyer get tackled? No, because he was always first receiver. Yeah. Farriman's a different kind of player. He does take the line on a lot more, and I do like that. Yeah. So yeah, awesome try. Really awesome try.
Really good. As good as it gets, especially 5 minutes in. And I know we said we talk about players, but the calmness to do that. Have you seen his comments after the game, Farriman? He asked Tommy about not feeling
being
nervous.
Yeah, it's big, that, isn't it?
But that shows someone who's not nervous and is going to do what I do.
Tommy said, "Well, you're either ready for Wembley or not. You shouldn't be here." Right. Thanks, Tommy.
You know what I mean?
Bevan told him something about last time we were here. I was last one out the dressing room, and I got Lance Todd. Make sure you're the last one out today.
Right. Okay.
So Bevan called Jack Vaz, Lance Todd.
Yeah.
Love that.
But you know what I mean? Like, that's just him just playing his game. It don't matter whether he's done that a million times up park, or playing wherever.
Show and go, getting it all.
Yeah.
Coming on, show and go. I'll freeze the winger. I'll show
You know
and
what I
go.
mean? Sat up park by himself, and he's catching ball. Defender's going to come across up Wembley and would step him and score. You know what I mean? Like, visioning it.
Yeah.
But that's just what you ask of him. Yeah. And
I mean, what a moment that is. And we had it 2 years ago with Eckersley.
Yeah.
Filling in. And right, we're back him. These young players, Matt Pete Baxter, he lines them up at Wembley against Tyrone May and Michael Lewis. And he says, right, go on then, you do it for us.
And rightly so.
Absolutely.
It's the right call with Eckersley, it's the right call with Farron.
Yes, definitely.
No 1 week loans for us.
no. Identity.
No.
Should we go on to the next big moment?
Yeah.
We had a really good set-up
We had
play.
a great chance on the last tackle with the power play.
About 10 minutes later. And it just looked so obvious. I remember just shouting, run it.
It's junior, and you like this because you like Jamie Peacock. You see Jamie Peacock's highlight package that he put together of Junior's game. Yeah, I like that. I really like listening to Peacock talk about that. I like listening to Peacock talk about anything, really. But
Passionate, isn't it?
Yeah, but it also, he was a really talented player and he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So I will listen to it. He talked about the ankle tap of the big shot, and then he talked about this moment here where he turns it back on the inside for field. Like, it's easy to get that wrong.
Yeah.
When you're young, your job is not that.
No.
Right, that's not his job.
He's normally taking a carry there on the third, isn't it? So we can have a good kick.
Or you go, it's last tackle, I'll just dish it off to somebody else. Somebody else's problem. No, I'm going to play what I see here. I'm going to freeze the centre. I'm going to put Jay Field through a gap. And later on in the game, he has a barnstorming run and nearly puts Field under the sticks.
Yeah.
That is the junior we want to see. And we've said it a few times this year.
Yeah.
That's the junior we want to see. That's the junior we need to see.
Well, look, I know you said we're going to talk about players at the end, but if Junior keeps up these last couple of performances from semi-final Leeds, this one, he's on the plane to Australia playing Barrow. If he keeps this up, it was a bit quiet earlier on in the season, but I think, obviously, a bit quiet towards him, but I think now that he's playing, he'll be on the plane to Australia come end of the year. Got fingers crossed, he's fit and everything else.
But this is
long time to go.
It's a nice touch, this, and
it's so subtle, isn't it? Just to draw his man Popfield back in on the inside. And I'll give Chloe some credit. He does well to get an ankle tap, and it just sort of kills a little bit of the momentum. But we all do really well to keep the ball alive. And Liam Farrell with another tackle on a.
What a tackle, by the way. Didn't really get much credit
No.
for that. Easier to get a player like that to, he's got the body to shake him off as he's coming in, wrapping his arms around.
Oh, you accidentally hit him high.
Yeah.
Because he's low, picking them all up.
Yeah.
Seen
To
it so
make
many
it
times.
one-on-one, pin him back there and force a drop.
You don't know what Litton's going to do you, at that point? As he's coming round, is he going to step straight away and try and go on the inside? Is he going to keep wrapping round? There's loads he can do.
I think we now need to talk about controversial moment number 1 of the Challenge Cup final, which is the Harry Smith penalty for a high shot. Now, Harry Smith, first of all, no Hodkinson tackles. Is it Broadbent? Broadbent catches the ball. Tackles Broadbent in the air, so ref is waving for a penalty ban. I think he did. Anyway, Broadbent carries on running, and Harry Smith hits him high. Lazy arm hits him high. See it. You see it in the game all the time. You see it every game. Referee calls both captains over and says, "We've just had one where Tom Amone bounced up off the ball on shoulder and hits him high. Now we've had this one where Harry bounced off the shoulder and hits him high. As senior players, talk to your boys, don't let it happen." I thought, good reffing. I thought that's right, that's good reffing.
I knew it was coming. I said to you straight in because everyone was going, "Oh no, he'll get a yellow, he'll give me," and I said, "It's not, they were caught captains in." he'll say, "No running in, don't take it out of my hands. It's a penalty." And if you keep
That
going,
one
I'm
each
going to
is a
start
penalty.
sending people.
I think it's good reffing.
I've seen a lot of calls that it should have been a yellow card. I'm okay being a yellow card, but Tom and Moore also has to
But
go
last time we were there, they'd sin bin Mike Cooper and Matt Duffy.
and they backed themselves into a corner where they had
Yeah.
to sin bin.
And like neither of them were actually sin bin.
No. And that's what I mean. If you call in that a yellow card, which I don't think it is, I just think it's a penalty, then Tom and Moore goes as well. It's 6 or 1.5 dozen the other, isn't it? Neither both go, neither of them go.
I'm baffled that it's whatever grade it was, grade B contact.
It's going to go 1 game ban.
And
Yeah, he's ticked him over into a 1 game suspension. I'm absolutely baffled.
I'm more baffled that they've give him a point and not cited Tom and Moore.
Yeah, and not Hiku for the shoulder charge on a player with the ball.
Yeah,
defenseless.
you know what I mean? Like, if that's a grade B and it's 1 point, okay.
Well, they threw the dart at the dartboard and it said 1. It said grade B, so that's what they give him. I just don't get it at this point. I don't think anybody understands the disciplinary committee. I don't think anybody understands it.
No.
But within game,
It was dealt with.
he got it right. Moore got it right. And if Kendall had any input, I don't know. Moore got it right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They've had 1 each.
Let it move on.
Move
I think
on.
Moore does that. He likes letting the game go.
He likes keeping players on the pitch,
flow.
doesn't
He
I know,
doesn't
I
really,
respect that.
again, make it all about him. And yeah, I respect that as well.
So he didn't sin bin either of them, which I think was the right decision. And then it was a bit of like, well, it was a bit of washing machine, wasn't it? It was a bit of to and fro.
Yeah.
Like we said before, a lot of energy sapped out of the whole KR forwards without us really throwing very much. We had that one where Field nearly scored. We had a couple of times where Field nearly scored, actually. We had a few chances. I know we threw a ball, Harry Smith threw a ball too low for Farrimond on tackle 2, and we tried to drop Ollie P back on the inside and he dropped it on a very early tackle as well. So you think we've wasted some good ball there. But I still felt okay because they'd wasted a more good ball than us.
Yeah.
And so, like last year's final, we dropped 2 over the line. And I thought, oh no, they're going to come back into it. This time I thought, well, yeah, we've wasted a bit of good ball, but not as much as them. They've wasted way more than us. Yeah. And so I felt like there was another try coming.
Definitely.
And then 1 did.
Now, I want to talk about this. This is so deep. It's the halfway line.
Yeah, but we're watching the highlights now. What you can't see from the highlights because it starts on the play the ball is why we were there.
Yeah.
Like, if you look, Oliver Partington is on his hands and knees, or on his elbows and knees, and the defence is absolutely scattered. Like, if you pause it on the foot there, you've got maybe 1 player back 10. In fact, there's no players back 10. They're all retreating. Oliver Partington has bust a semi-break through the line.
Was it Walters and Thompson? Walters and Havard, the 2 carries before.
Yeah, and Ollie P's created a huge momentum shift there with a quick play of the ball. He's taken 3 of them to stop him. Everyone else is still retreating. It's not hard to see why this is the one we played off the back of. It's only tackle 2, but this has got to be the one you play off the back of.
Yeah, keep your shape.
And I think he waived 6 again here because they meddle within the play of the ball. They have to. Yeah, they have to. They've got no choice. If they don't meddle within the play of the ball, it's a guaranteed try. Yeah,
if it's not this tackle, it's the next.
Yeah, we scored anyway. But it's a guaranteed try if they don't mess with the play of the ball. So ref waved 6 again, as he should. And then we think, well, we'll still play off the back of it. It's still a quick play of the ball, isn't it?
It's still quick.
But it's like what you said at the start of the season, Luke. You've earned that quick play of the ball. It's not been given to you. Because in this game, they refed it properly.
Yeah.
You've earned that 6. And like we always say, why do they ref it properly in big games?
Because it's better. It's better.
Two good teams. Yeah. They earn that quick play of the ball with a great carry from Partington.
Do punch holes.
Punch a hole, earn a quick play of the ball.
It's not a given.
And you can play off the back of it. Even though they've messed in the ruck there, you can play off the back of it. And we do. And we end up going out the back there.
Ellis flat, fast we are. Boom.
Ellis gives that to Jack Farrimond, who's through. He's got support, doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's against Jack Broadbent. He's confident against Jack Broadbent. He's going to step in.
A couple of things. Look at Brandon Ellis. He just take 10 metres straight away. So flat, they get right up to the line. it's sometimes easy to almost go two sideways
Yeah.
against a retreating defence because you think, oh, they've not got back, we'll spread out wide and score. But Ellis takes it up to the 40, he's got another 10 metres.
Yeah.
And he just engages Minchella. Good pass to Jack Farrimond.
Yep.
Who goes through a massive gap and leaves Mikey Lewis scrambling on the floor.
Yeah, this one gets checked by referee Bo, and I get why. Because when this initial try was scored, everyone around me was going bananas, and I was not. Because I'd seen, out of the corner of my eye, because I was watching the ball, I'd seen Elliot Minchella get knocked over.
Sorry, on the floor.
I saw him.
I don't think you use the word knocked over.
I saw him fall to the floor. And so I thought, if he checks this, they're going to go super slow-mo, they're going to zoom straight in, they're going to chalk it off. Because how many times do you see obstruction get chalked off? The answer is pretty much every time.
Yeah.
If somebody's gone through a gap that's been caused because a defender's fallen over, they give it as obstruction, even if it's blatantly not obstruction. So I'm thinking, here we go, he's checked it. It's going to be a penalty in midfield for Hull KR. They're going to have a chance on our line. So I'm actually really disappointed at this point. Everyone's celebrating, I'm disappointed. Then we watch the replay. And part of me, honestly, thinks this is a guaranteed try. Because Ethan Havard has
run inside.
He's got a right to run that line. He has to look for space, but he has done because he's attacked the inside shoulder. The ball is caught by Jack Farrimond outside Havard's right shoulder. So by the letter of the law, that's fine. But I know the video referee system, and I know the obstruction, and I know it's never ruled in this favour because he's gone through the gap. They always rule it as obstruction.
I would say the obstruction rule is so much complicated, more complicated than it used to be. It just used to be judged has he obstructed it, then it was has he caught it on the outside shoulder. Now it's has he got through the line? Now it's has he gone on the inside shoulder? I think
who initiates the contact?
Who initiates the contact?
But then the more I see it, the more I realise that Elliot Minchella has cheated.
This is embarrassing.
Yep.
And I mean really embarrassing. For like your club captain, it's you getting towards the end of the second, it's still a close game, you're 4-0, you're looking to get to half time, only be 4 points down, and you take a dive at the line trying to cheat the game like that. Which it is a dive, there's no two ways about it.
Blatant dive.
He takes it, you can see him put his elbow out to make contact with Havard and then fall to the floor. And for your club captain to be doing that on the biggest stage at Wembley in a cup final, rather than just make the tackle to cheat the game like that.
And I'm glad it's been called pathetic.
Embarrassing.
It has been called pathetic by pretty much everyone.
Correct.
I'm glad.
And fair play to Chris Kendall as well, because the easiest thing to do there is to go, well, there is contact, so he has obstructed, so it's that, and it's the easy decision to give. So fair play for having some bottle, watching it, looking at what you see, and go, no, Chelsea's initiated that and fell to the floor, play on from here, let's watch it, let's have a look if Farrimond rounds it. Fair play, Chris Kendall, good call.
So when this actually did get rolled on, when he showed the footage of the grounding, I threw my shoulder out celebrating.
Yeah.
Because I was convinced it was going to get chalked off. And then when I saw him actually, I thought, fine, thank goodness for that. He's made the right decision. He's punished Minchella for cheating. I don't blame Mikey Lewis at all for this.
No,
because Farrimond's frozen him with a good dummy. It's Minchella's man.
Yeah. With Minchella's Lewis is in the right position. He only looks out of position because Minchella's took a dive.
Yeah, it looks bad for Lewis, and he can't push off his left foot because he just injured it a few minutes earlier. But yeah, it's 100% Minchella's fault.
Only one person blaming Minchella for trying to cheat the game.
I blame Minchella for that try.
End of conversation.
Well, I'm actually going to steal a bit from our next bit. We put things out for fans' questions. But someone commented saying, why did Minchella prefer to dive at Havard instead of trying to make a tackle?
I can tell you.
And I just responded saying, for Minchella, it's a simple answer. It's the easy option.
Mm-hmm.
Try and get a penalty, easy yardage upfield, rather than play properly, work hard, take the easy option, same as being third man in our tackles.
I mean, taking the easy option doesn't sound like Minchella at all, does it? The bloke sees one of his young players get spear tackle, tombstone pile driving, which we'll get onto with controversial moment number 2. All his teammates pile in, as they should, and he stands waving his hand. waving for a penalty.
No, it was same as the Oli P one in France. Then he started giving it big whatever, and Benjamin Garcia stood there and he got involved. He's captain.
Because he's club captain.
And he went at Mincello, and Mincello tried to fall away.
Yeah.
He took the easy option, and you know what? That he's been caught out.
Would you question this if you were playing full care and your captain did that? Would you question like why are you gonna lead us to battle?
Yeah, of course, 100%. You're in the changing room. He's meant to be a captain who you look up to, and he's taking cheap shots like that out of the game. 100%.
Yeah,
I think if I was the coach as well, I know it's a bit harsh with it being Challenge Cup final, you've just lost, maybe don't kick a man when he's down. But if that was a normal Super League game at half time, it just cost us a try just before half time, it'd be getting a bit of a rollicking going, what the hell's all that about?
I would disagree with you. If I was Willie Peters, I'd have given him a changing room. I'd have given him at half time.
I'd have made Dean Hadley captain for next match. Or he's not playing.
I didn't think second half.
Not for second half, I know. But I'd say, you're not the captain anymore.
I'd have gone and
Dean Hadley's the captain now because he doesn't take cheap.
Bad luck.
Do you remember what I would think it would have been? Remember the Wigan documentary and Matty Pete's having a good Wardle?
Yeah, not good enough Wardle.
He's not good enough Wardle. He gives his second name treatment. Not good enough Mincello.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd have just gone me because that kills you. You go in at 4-0 and you think, we're still in this.
I'm glad he's been called out because people seem to put Mincello on some sort of pedestal. I remember arguing with a Wakefield supporter about why he thinks Mincello should play for England at 13 because he's good at passing. And I said, no chance. Victor Radley or Morgan Knowles need to make 40 tackles in the middle against Australia. And he went, not that important at 13. Right. So I can't talk to you anymore because you don't think tackling's important at 13 against Australia in the middle of the park.
Yeah. I remember you.
He's not even that good at passing.
I remember you screenshotting that message and saying, what am I arguing with?
And that's why I stopped arguing because I can't argue with people like that. I think tackling's not important at playing 13. Yeah. Hear me? No, Victor Radley and Morgan Knowles shouldn't play for England because Mincello could pass the ball. No.
Not like Morgan Knowles has been at first receiver for the Dolphins
exactly.
all this year.
Exactly.
Playing 13, isn't it?
And tough as nails. Morgan Knowles don't do this, does he? There's no way
Morgan Knowles flying on the floor like that. Or Victor Radley.
Morgan Knowles.
This is what I said. So you haven't seen it. Well, he has a goal. He certainly has a goal.
Yeah.
Maybe he makes Liam Farrell score.
I think he makes Jack Fad's pass.
Yeah. This was very similar to a Brett Kenny try from 1985. Now, one key difference, Lee Crooks does not initiate contact and take a dive.
Yeah.
James Lulai does not take a dive. Them 80s players would not have liked that at all. And that's why I'm glad they've called it out.
Yeah.
You don't do this if you're playing in the middle. You don't do it.
I just can't.
You don't do it. You don't do this. Anyway, Farriman, well, he freezes the fullback and goes around him like...
Yeah, again, Farriman, like we said last try, doing what Farriman does, takes it on, backs himself with confidence, steps and scores.
He just stands broad bent up, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
He will do. I think I'd back him on.
He's got pace.
He's got pace. He's got a good step. He's got, a good timing.
He can get past the fullback.
Make him go one way, get his hips turned, not square, and then boom, step off the foot and go the other way. So he's a master at that.
Now, we're going to finish off the half. Obviously, we do concede just before half time.
Yeah. Right in front of me, this.
Yeah. Mincello, takes it right to the line. No, it doesn't. Gives it to me, a little bit of a chip over the top. And Hiku's a good player. He's been around and he knows what he's doing.
Hiku's done like.
And I think he just does Noah on experience here. Noah sort of waits for the ball to sit up and bounce back to him. Hiku gets there on the bounce and does well, and then 1v1 beats Field.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good effort from Field, I think. This is a good effort. He does get to him. He just slips through the tackle.
Yeah.
A few more metres than he would have had him, but yeah, it's a good effort from Field. It's a good try.
Mm-hmm.
He gets a nice bounce. Fair play. Yeah, he does get a nice bounce. He gets a lucky bounce, but it's a nice try. And like you said on the text to us, I'm amazed we even got enough Wi-Fi to send and receive that message at half time. But you said they tried something. It had a nice bounce. It came off. We still dominated them.
Yeah.
Like in all rugby, we dominated them.
Yeah.
They had that nice moment where it bounced nice for them and they tried something and it came off.
If I was Wigan, if I played for Wigan into the changing rooms, that's what I'd be saying to all lads. I'd be getting in there, you'd be sitting there, and I'd be saying, listen, it means nothing. That they're lucky bounce the kick, we've dominated this earth. It does not change anything. We go out there again, same again for 40 minutes.
So I was thinking differently, which is why I kind of tried to destroy my heart. This should have been Hull KR traipsed into the dressing room, drenched with sweat because they've been in the sun the whole time. Tom Moore's played 40 minutes. Dean Hadley's played 2 minutes and gone off. You've lost him for the game. Mikey Lewis has injured his foot. Minchella's took a dive. You're 10-0 down. You've had all that good ball. You've done absolutely square root of nothing with any of it. You go in there thinking, we are done with this game. We cannot do anything. They're too good. Instead, you go in there thinking, 10-4. We come out here, we score first, we probably win.
Yeah.
You know, you come out here, score back-to-back tries, all of a sudden, you're in control of the fan.
Yeah.
And so I think for me, that's where that's why I was so disappointed with conceding that try. Everyone knows you concede a try on the stroke of half time. It can be an absolute killer.
I get what you. I just think it's the manner of it. I think I get when you're thinking that, but I think we're going to be in the other set of sheds going, they can't break us. They've had to put in a nothing kick on the second tackle and get a bit of a bounce of the ball to go the way to score. They can't break us. I think they'd have been so confident despite the try going.
I'm going to agree with you there, Lewis. If they'd have gone bang, bang, bang and rolled us downfield, shifted it and scored, I'd have been, no, they've still got stuff in the tank.
Like one of the Kieran tries.
That was just like, it's worked. A bit of me actually thought at the time, maybe they should meet people going, hey, it's not done this, lads.
Yeah, I get.
You battered them, you're the best team by a mile.
Yes,
they can still do stuff.
Old school, I don't like, conceding on the stroke half time, that made me really annoyed. Because I also think 10-0 probably should have been 14 or 16-0.
Yeah.
It definitely deserved to be 10-0. And so you come in there 10-4, you're like, they don't really deserve that. But it's still in our hands. We're still winning the cup final for 40 minutes. We're still attacking our own supporters now. We've got more energy because they've had it wiped out of them. We've got Farriman, whose confidence must be sky high. We've got a bunch of other players we'll talk about later who were on fire this game. And do you know what? We've got a few gears to go through here. And I knew full well, if we get that much good ball again, we'll score 3 or 4 tries.
Yeah.
I knew that for a fact. And I also knew that our defence was going to be on it because it was on it. And a half-time can change that.
Yeah.
But I was confident, even though I was disappointed with that try being conceded, I was confident that we were going to be okay with the first try, the second half.
Yeah.
It was so dominant, that first half, and that was the dampener, probably the right term.
Yeah.
It didn't ruin me. It didn't make me feel
Well, it was
awful.
a big miss from Martin, wasn't it, to be 10-4?
Yeah, I suppose so.
10-4 instead of 10-6.
You said straight away when he scored, you went, big kick this.
Yeah, big kick. It was a big kick. And then all Kieran's after that were big kicks because they were making it 6, 12, 18.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a big kick. And the fact that it was still 6-point lead meant that if we scored, it was always another score, always another score, always another score.
Shall we on to the second half?
Mm-hmm.
We're 40 minutes in and we've not talked about the biggest half of rugby this season, probably.
40 minutes spent talking about 40 minutes.
Exactly. I was thinking that just because we were just talking about the Iku try that was on 39 minutes and 52 seconds, and it was like 39 minutes and 52 seconds. Iku done a good thing though, lad. Definitely going to live that down, is it, that bloke who said Hiku done lad? You're not listening, Hiku done lad.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds hilarious.
So I think it was an FC fan.
This whole FC fan when they signed
Was
Hiku.
it like TikTok or whatever?
No,
Twitter.
he tweeted it. So somebody, it was a Hull KR fan was saying, "Oh, I'm so excited, I'm optimistic."
After they replaced Sean Kenny Dowell.
We signed, Kenny Dell's gone, I'm disappointed, but we signed Peter Hiku, he's a good player. And this FC fan starts talking about how he's not played more than 10 games this season or whatever. And he goes, "No, I think he'll be a good signing." And he went, "Lad, you're not listening to me. Hiku done, lad." And then it just keeps going up every time Hiku does anything good. It keeps getting retweeted. Hiku done, lad.
Yeah. That's going to go down in the memories, that one. Second half. We obviously receive.
Yeah. And we roll easy.
I was just going to say,
It's too easy to clear our end, this. I know it the first set we scored on, but it's too easy to clear our set.
43 minutes 29, the fifth tackle of our second set, and we were playing the ball on the 10-metre line. So 3 sets of rugby, and we've dominated field position.
Again, this is not on the highlights, but it's another Oliver Partington carry that sets this off. And I know people might say, that's irrelevant, it was 3 tackles later that he scored. It's not. It's all linked. Partington knocks Litton on his backside.
Yeah.
It takes 3 more of them to put him down. They're in a rush then, they're all scrambled. We hit the right, they tackle us. We hit the left, Junior runs over someone, they tackle us. We hit the right again, and it's like, they're scrambling so far. And it's been 4 tackles since Partington put somebody on his backside. Yeah. But they're still feeling the effects from that.
It's punching holes, isn't it? It's punching holes in the defensive line. It's getting on top of them, quick play the ball so you can play flat. It needs to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And this is where it comes. You can trace it all the way back to that carry from Ollie P. And then Jack Farriman, confidence level 100, puts a kick right on Junior's head. Tom Davies comes pegging in for it. But that's a mismatch. You do Junior against anybody, you just kick it to the tallest man, don't you?
What I love about this kick is we talked about a lot of our kicks have been to pat back to wingers and half-backs looping round. But actually what we see it was a little bit closer to the line. So when December goes, he only has to fall over the line. It's very clever from December to know that he's a touch closer. He must practice.
It's a great grab, this.
Oh, what an athlete.
It's a superb grab.
You know what I mean? They must practice that time and time again. If I'm here, I'm going to pat it back because I'm too far away. But if I'm a touch closer, I'm going to claim it. And it just keeps everybody honest.
Probably about his mates probably telling him as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, he goes above that, jumps highest, catches that ball, falls over and scores, and that settles the nerves then, doesn't it?
Still that. Leaping with your arms outstretched like that and to collect it.
Yeah.
But, obviously you can't let the breadbasket catch with your elbows tucked in. Tries to be up in the air and with your hands as the ball's coming from the bottom to just take out the air.
It's Aussie rules method, isn't it?
Yeah. It's such a...
They do down there in Victoria.
Such a good take. Incredible athlete.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's fantastic take. And it's a weapon. You've got somebody that big, and you've got somebody who can pinpoint a kick on top of his head.
We've talked about us this season, adding it to our game. Any team can score off kicks, but we've definitely got much more of an attacking threat from kicks this season. Seen a lot of them, like say, either the pat backs or the taking grabs. Kieran, Eckersley, December, people hanging about on kicks.
Yeah.
Right. We score there. I've actually gone over to the full game because I want to just talk about this one set of carries. Obviously, Hull kick off.
Yeah.
We turn the ball back over and they kick and they pin Zach Eckersley on 15, who I thought was phenomenal, and I thought they did the right thing.
I want to talk about Zach Eckersley later. You just let me free on Zach Eckersley later, please.
But they did the right thing, dropping it 10 yards out, try and pin him so he can't take a good yardage carry.
He didn't take many tackle one carries because he was catching the ball so many times. I think that's smart.
Yeah.
I'd do that as well.
But Kieran comes to take the carry first up, which would have been the tackle 2, and he passes to Noah, who sort of beats Hiku, comes back, gets on his front a little bit.
Yeah.
But actually, he's not made any yards. So tackle 2, we're only 5 yards further forward. We're on the 15. Right? Defensive line's all over the place. And Jake Wardle takes a phenomenal carry flat, takes it up to the 30. And the reason I'm talking about this is watch the next carry. We bring Mago on at the right time. Mago catches that ball just short of the 30, lands on the 45, nearly the 50. We come again, big carry, Ethan Havard, rolls, bang,
into the basically.
This is what I mean about the physicality. You're watching that the Hull has got no line speed, and they're just big, they're strong, they're quick, they're agile, stepping late at the line.
Where's all their energy gone?
He was gone in that.
You've been sapped away in the first 40 minutes, as JK said. It'd been eaten away. They reap the rewards.
But my point from that is from Wardle catching it on 15. We've gone Wardle, Mago, Havard, and Havard is playing it probably 27, 28 metres out. Yeah. The play Farmond to Kieran, and we keep the ball alive. But it's just phenomenal.
It comes to nothing in the end, doesn't it? But it's a message. It's look how easy we just cleared our own in goal.
You had us on first two tackles.
You had us on first. You had us on first two there, and look how easily we just cleared it with the other four. And we don't even put a kick in.
And that was 7 minutes into the second half. It was game over. It was done. Yeah, and I just wanted to point it out because that stuck with me how easy we got upfield, and that sort of summarised it. We used Mago perfectly. We used all our subs perfectly. Into the 50th minute.
The next try is Kieran's, isn't it?
Yeah.
And is this? I think the answer is yes. Is this the Mikey Lewis kick short dropout that went to field and he nearly scored? I think that's what this is off. Is that what this is off?
He almost tries to go short and he doesn't. He goes like 25 metres or something.
Again, that's on play 1 and we score on play 5. And you think, where's the link there? But it's scramble. We're always behind the game. We're chasing. We're being reactive rather than proactive as a defence.
Also throw this out. Look at what Mikey Lewis is defending on the 5th. He's still centre field. Because he's gone the short kick off.
Because they've had to be chasing the game. They've been every single tackle that set was a scramble.
Yeah.
Could have scored.
And that's what I mean. He flies out the line, so clearly he was injured. Flies out the line to try and nail Field and solve the problem. Field gets it across. What a kick from Harry Smith.
I was screaming at him to pass, but really the kick was just as good. Because
he had passed it any better.
Yeah, he couldn't have passed it in a better position.
No. On his left foot, off balance, being tackled half to hit it outside of the foot, banana kick. Oh, that is
they're lining up to score there because the defence is just gone.
Did you spot Liam Farrell?
You tell him to put it down.
Telling Kieran to put the ball down because he was busy celebrating. This was big for Kieran. I want to say, he obviously missed out.
Kieran's first Wembley.
And you can tell it mattered to him, but he was busy celebrating, and Farrell had to remind him to ground the ball.
That's funny. That's what a captain does, by the way. Not taking it down.
Yeah. little subtle dig. Yeah,
it's not subtle at all. Minchella does not act like a captain.
No.
Well, again, for me, we just won't celebrate that piece of skill enough.
That kick.
Yeah, again, off balance, little dink death kick over the top.
But again, Jay Field's thrown a 40-yard pass there on the money. Won't get celebrated either.
At ease.
Yeah, on his wrong hand.
So obviously, Kieran kicks it 22-4, means it's 3 converted tries. So one set. Look at the carries. Mago off the back fence to the 15. December comes with a big one, gets to the 20. Havard.
Ethan Havard, I'm sure, the Colossus of Rhodes was built to Ethan Havard's specification because he is an absolute beast.
Yeah. Just another 15 metres.
He's
lands
ridiculous.
On his front, and then Brad goes and gets it out to Cade Ellis.
Look how quick we are.
Yeah.
But when you're watching this, just look how fast we are.
Yeah.
And physically athletic, just catch flat, fast at the line, quick play the ball, go fast at the line.
I tell you what, though, when you're winning, your momentum is a funny thing, and it's a funny thing.
It is, yeah. When you got that goal, it's like
and it's the opposite as well. Like when you can't get the ball, it kills you. It's like there's no better drug than having the ball than having momentum.
It's knackering defending.
Yeah,
I will tell you.
Yeah,
I'm going to say it. This just looked like a team who just smelled blood. They smelt it. And they knew
what we did at Warrington. We didn't have that much better ball than Saints at Warrington, but we smelt the blood and we were clinical.
Just killed it off. And we've come. I want to put it from Hull KR's perspective. You're in the 53rd minute. You're behind by 3 converted tries. You have to score 4 tries.
Yeah, but you've got loads of time.
You've got 26 minutes, but you're thinking we have to get it right now. We have to defend this, get the ball back, and let's start playing our game. And Wigan in 4 carries. Have got to the 50.
No, 3 carries. Because then you roll Mago again.
No, it was definitely 4. It was Mago, December, Havard,
Ellis. Yeah.
And then Mago is at the 40, offloads to Brad. Brad with a great cutout ball to Kieran.
But
he
again,
should not be in that position.
Kieran shouldn't score there.
No.
But he only scores because they've no energy left.
No.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm repeating myself here. Because I am. But for a very good reason, because it's an underrated part of the game. how much energy can you take out to the opposition's forwards?
Yeah.
And yes, this try is scored out wide because the energy's been taken out all the time.
And you said second rows after coming in else, everyone's
completely zapped. And Kieran, he turns on the jets. He hits Broadbent with a mean fend off, which I loved. And Mago, that was perfect from Mago. That was exactly what he's meant to do.
This whole passage of play reminds me of an old saying: "Forwards win you the game, backs determined by how much."
Yeah.
Forwards have got you that try. Back has scored it, Adam Kieran. But the forwards went boom, 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 just making punchy nose, punchy nose, punchy nose. Brad O'Neill passes it to Kieran, and Kieran just runs in and scores.
Do you know, when we talk about offloads, I get really frustrated at games when a player offloads and everyone goes, "Oh, wrap him up," but it's a completely set line and they jog across the line and get tackled, and it's like, that was really effective.
There are offloads and there are offloads.
This is an offload. You just rolled upfield 60 metres. They can't wrap you up. They're all coming, and you managed to get an offload. And look at who it was tackling Mago. It was the second rower, and Mikey Lewis was trying to join the tackle. Like, it just kills you. And Brad is a brilliant 9, completely underrated 9. Just jogs a little bit, gets anyone. He's just asking a defender to try and engage with him, and just drops it over the top, and then Kieran does the rest.
And he runs away from, you would imagine, quicker players than him because he's fresher and because he's got that momentum. It's one hell of a drug, momentum. And when you haven't got it, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it is. He obviously converts his own try.
Yep.
28 points to 4.
I mean, that's it now, isn't it? That's game over, really, isn't it? When you get 28 to 4.
And everyone is.
Marshall's on about, they interviewed Marshall, and they said, we've given up bigger leads than this in shorter times. I think we have given up a 24-point lead in 15 minutes, but yeah, whatever.
Not at Wembley.
Well, not in a big game.
But again, another young lad, want to talk about it, gets his Wembley moment. Noah. This is a brilliant carry, and he's looking for a yardage.
It's a one-out carry, and he's trying to find his hands and knees. And instead, he finds a bit of lazy defence and pokes his nose through, and then pokes the rest of his body through.
Yeah. And he beats Lewis.
Lovely step off Lewis, isn't it?
Yeah, that is brilliant. I'm not going to discredit Lewis, though. He's trying to get back. Do you think he beats into the corner?
Yeah. And Gildart, if you watch the replay, he's given up. It's only when he cuts back inside that Gilly thinks, I've got a chance of catching him.
Yeah.
Gildart saves Mikey Lewis there, because otherwise Eckersley's going under the sticks. Lewis ain't catching him. So Gildart saves him, but watch the next play. Gildart is gassed. Lewis is gassed. Who's not gassed? Who is full of beans, full of life, full of energy? The man who we were told we were a one-man team, and this man was not playing in the team. We were told we were not going to see him till July. We were seeing videos of him with his backside out in somebody's back bedroom getting a massage on TikTok. We were convinced.
But his back bedroom.
It was in somebody's back bedroom. Anyway.
It was a proper rehabilitation.
It was not a proper rehabilitation session. So
it's on his backside out. It's on back bedroom.
He did have his backside out. He's on TikTok in somebody's back bedroom.
You've had to see a different video.
Anyway.
We were told this was Matty Peak Mind Games.
We were told it was Mind Games. He was going to name him and he wasn't going to play him. Then he gets named on the bench. Right. Do we need to bring him on if we're desperate?
Oh, actually, before we get ahead of that, I saw messages from Hull KR fans. Bring him on so he can, Mikey Lewis can walk his dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah.
Anyway.
Stanley played.
Anyway. It's 2-1 to Bevan there, by the way. Anyway. He comes on. His first touch, he sets Eckersley away.
And then
his second touch, he's under the sticks, and Liam Moore, the party pooper, calls it back for a forward. Now, I'm glad it was a forward.
I don't want to see him running.
I'm glad it was a forward pass, because if it weren't a forward pass, if it weren't a mile forward, I would have been having to go up more for being a party pooper and not giving Bevan his moment in his second touch of the game. I've been on for about 4 seconds. Instead, he gets this try, which is even better, off the back of Noah Hodkinson, running almost the length of the field. He takes an age playing the ball, because he's goosed, anyway, Hodkinson, from running all that distance. Brad O'Neill says, "Is that Bevan French?" "Oh, I'll just give him flat ball and they'll score. I've done this a few times." So he gives him flat ball. Right, Bevan's there. He's 3 against 3. He's got 2 attackers.
He's got Farrell and Kieran. I've just noticed that. Where's Eckersley?
He's got Eckersley. I don't know where Eckersley even is. He's got Farrell and Kieran on his right hand side, and he's looking at Mikey Lewis.
Gilly and Budgie, isn't it?
No, he's not got Gilly there. He's got Reece Martin and Budgie. Gilly's at marker. So he steps off his right foot and sends Mikey Lewis for a hot dog. Go there and buy yourself a hot dog for 12 quid, one of them foot longers. Right? Speaking of feet, he can only touch Bevan's feet, which I'd love to do. Then he steps inside. Gildart decides to watch him score, which I did as well. And Bevan's over. That, to me, first of all, the best thing about that try is that we didn't even need it. We didn't even need to bring him on. We'd won anyway.
I actually remember shouting, "Get him off now."
Yeah, put Fireman back on for our trick. That's what they said on commentary. Now, the best thing about that try is we didn't even need it. That was just salt in the wound. That was just us saying, "Oh yeah, we've got Bevan French as well."
It is very intelligent play though. He's not stupid. He's a very intelligent rugby player, good footy brain. He's got the ball. He knows exactly where he's going. He knows Mike Lewis has just chased back to try and make a tackle. He's knackered. He knows I've got him on toast here.
But he also
He's
knows,
absolutely goose.
But he also knows
chasing back.
Lewis is going to be panicked. I've got to get across and help out. And Lewis is hoping that he passes it, and we're 3-on-2. We've got a chance of defending it. It's just brilliant.
It's Bevan French, isn't it? At his very best.
Yeah.
It's exactly what he does. You give him early ball like that, he's going to score. He's going to score, or he's going to put somebody over.
Yeah, brilliant. just so.
Yeah, super try. I mean, and it's again icing on the cake. Cake's already made, but there's a bit of icing. It might not even be ice. Kieran's tries are probably icing on the cake. There's probably the strawberry on top of the icing.
Never heard anyone say the strawberry on top of the cake. It's always cherry in it.
Well, strawberries are nicer than cherries. All right then. He's the Twix on top of the cake. If you want something really good, he's the Twix on top of the icing on top of the cake then. Because I would have a Twix on top of the cake, yeah. So that was even the perfect moment.
Yeah. We do have to discuss another Hull KR try.
He could have done another good thing.
He could have done that.
Why?
But it is a kick. We let it bounce. The old saying, never let it bounce.
Yeah, well, it was a wicked kick, though.
It was a good kick.
Right in the sun.
But I do want to give credit to Noah. He puts a great effort in trying to tackle Hiku, who, one-on-one,
He's favourite to score.
Favourite to score. And Noah gives a good effort. He does get it down in the corner. Reece Martin converts and makes it 34 points to 4. 34 points to 10, sorry.
So it's 4 converted tries to even get level in 10 minutes. And I thought,
doesn't happen.
I thought we've done it. In fact, it took that try for me to really think we've done it. Weirdly.
Yeah, when you start doing the maths.
When you start doing the maths and you think, can they come back then? 4 tries in 10 minutes and you convert them all and you still not won. And we can just knock them 1 or 2 over whatever. Then I thought we've done it.
KR done, lad.
KR done, lad. Yeah.
Now,
this is going to take ages to download, by the way. We should have done this in different parts. I'm going to be sitting here all night.
Well, I've got a suggestion and we'll go through that in a second.
Right.
The last try for Wigan, Smith bomb, Broadbent catches it. And anyone who's saying, we weren't fit, I will hold my hands up. I watched Bevan French warm up and I went, there is no way that man is fit. Because he didn't move. They were doing the warm up.
Passing balls.
Do you know though, Bevan French knows his body.
Yeah.
He knows his own body. And when they do that thing where they all sprint from the try line to the halfway line, he went and collected the tackle pads. That's the right thing for Bevan French to do. He's not coming on for an hour anyway. What's the point in him doing a sprint?
I know. I watched him and I just thought there's no way he's fit. When I remember Smith were kicking to the centres and the wingers, and Bevan's job was to pick the ball up and pass it to Harry Smith. I thought he is not fit.
Again, he knows his body. He knows what to do.
Yeah.
He's not going on for an hour anyway.
Yeah. But that's what Bevan French does so well.
He's playing with his food. Isn't he? He's toying with him.
We all know how good he is. Right? He is the best player in Super League.
Correct.
But anyone in that top 5, top 10 can't even be in the question to even discuss whether you're as good as Bevan until you do all these things. And he's the leader in the kick chase. He sprints up, Broadbent gets round him, and then rather than just let Liam Farrell tackle him, he sprints 15 yards from behind and steals the ball one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a play at the ball. Like that. You're Bevan French, you don't have to do that.
No.
Adam Kieran then collects it, beats his man, gives it to Eckersley, who deserved a try.
I know, I was hoping Eckersley scored, but then when Thompson actually scored, I was even pleased for him.
Yeah.
Because he come onto that like a steam train, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, he saw a chance there.
He
Brought forward in space.
I think he nearly ran dead because he was running so quick.
But I talk about Bevans. The other one I want to throw in there is watch Field on this. As soon as Kieran gets going, he's actually meant to be back.
He sniffs a chance for a try. He runs up when Kieran's got it, then he goes back again when Eckersley's got it on the inside.
Because Wigan are meant to be defending now. He's meant to be at full back, so he's already dropped off. And as soon as he sees the knock on, he starts flying.
Mm-hmm.
And he's there on the inside for Kieran, which helps him beat his man. He's there for Eckersley. He
gives it to Thompson. I love it. Thompson got his moment here.
It's just brilliant.
Just messing with him here, keeping it alive, throwing off loads here. Who wants it? Who wants
Absolutely, just playing with our food.
Fancy it, Luke? There you go, pal.
Yeah. That makes it 40.
40.
Someone actually said around
against the big dogs. 40. That can't be right.
Craven Park South.
We can't have beaten Bath. We can't have done 40.
At Craven Park South.
Mm.
Someone actually around us said that they didn't want us to score again because 40 sounds better than 46.
That doesn't make sense.
I didn't get that one. Controversial moment number 2. I don't know if it's controversial, really. It's a red card.
I mean, him giving a red card is definitely not controversial for this tackle.
Yeah. He's obviously got 7 games.
Yeah. He was up there with a lot of points anyway. It's bad, this, isn't it?
There's a bloke, there was a bloke behind me and Duke's too, and he went, oh, there's nothing wrong with that. I just went, there is. Completely
Look at Mancello. He doesn't get involved. That's your teammate, one of your young players. Who's that getting involved? Tom Moore. He's not even been at the club that long.
Tommy Moore's getting involved. I mean, look who's trying to pull him away.
If it was your debut, like if Pangai were playing, I'd want him to get involved. In fact, if they signed, let's say they signed a Wigan player. This wasn't in the cup, so he's not cup tied. They signed a Wigan player.
Yeah.
And next week that happened, I'd want him to get involved.
Yes.
That's your teammate. You've got to do anything for him.
Yeah.
I know they were your mates last week, but those are your teammates. You've got to do anything for him. You're captain. You've got to get stuck in there. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you what, he should have thrown a punch.
He should.
Not necessarily
thrown a punch.
No.
But he should have dove in and done something.
You don't do that to our man.
Yeah.
You know what? You've battered us whatever, but you're still not doing that to us.
Yeah.
And we'll stand up to you.
So
He didn't.
It's bad, isn't it? That it's a bad tackle.
Hmm.
I think in isolation, it is neither of them gone out there to drop him on his head.
No,
Let's say that.
No.
You don't mean to do that. He's meant to hurt him because that's how you defend, and that's why they've been so successful for the rest of the 70 odd minutes.
I go back to that playing weird, didn't it? They did. It looked like Monsters, the big gripper, picks up Middle Island and he just thinks, you know what, stuff it. I don't think he's meant to throw him on his head. He's meant to pick him up and throw him on the ground and assert some dominance.
Yeah, I think he wants to pick him up and slam him down on his back, probably. I don't think that goes through your mind as a professional. I think he loses control of it. Junior comes in and doesn't help the situation.
I don't think in a game you actually think, I want to drop this fella. You know what? If it's the first minute of the game,
I want to hit him hard. I want to hit him, pick him up and
you've got him, he's there, you think, I remember you, Middle Island.
You think you want the tip. I don't think
you don't want to land him on his head.
No, I don't think. But I think you meant to pick him up and throw him down.
Yeah,
I think you mean
give him a bit of what for, or like mag him about a bit. Like play his dinner.
I think he would have. he would have probably rescued it without Junior's assistance.
A lion prey with his prey.
Yeah, and I think Junior by himself wouldn't have been
Yeah,
able
Junior
to do
didn't
this.
help.
They didn't help each other. I am surprised that only one of them has got anything.
Well, my understanding, I heard a little bit of a rumour.
Yeah.
And the rumour was that on the panel, they wanted to give them both grade E's.
Some of the panel wanted to give
Some of the
them
panel wanted to give grade E's. Some of them wanted to go hard and give it a grade F, and they've gone that way on Sam Walters. I think that's the right way. I've never seen two people be penalised for the same tackle.
But they both contributed to it. By himself, Sam Walters wouldn't have done it. I know he initiates and puts him in the dangerous
That's
position.
why I think he's got a ban, because he's put him in a dangerous position. December's joined the tackle and finished.
But
off
all
that.
the driving is like from December. I think it's a joint thing. This.
Also,
I don't think either one of them is 100% to blame. I think it's 50-50.
they're not going to give them both 6 or 7 games, are they?
No, but they could give them each 3.
I don't think that sets enough.
Yeah, I think that's too soft.
I think
they have to go with a big number, a 6, 7, 8 week ban. And I think to do that,
Because the headline from it now is Sam Walters banned for 7 games.
Yeah.
But then also the headline is Junior Sember not banned for any games. And Harry Smith got banned for a game for a high tackle that's rolled up off the ball. And Junior's not been banned for driving a guy on his head.
But they've only just put the blame on him, haven't they? They've just put the blame on him.
But then you're not taking it seriously for Junior's involvement. So you can't win there unless you ban them both for a long period of time, and then that's really, really harsh for one incident when they both contributed to it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the answer is. I don't know if they've got it right or wrong. I don't know.
Decision's been made now.
It's been made. Walters will have a long period on the sideline, 7 games.
I thought we'd possibly see like a 5 and 2.
I mean,
Walters get 5.
The thing is, Walters had a lot of points already, so that's why he got 7.
But
he would have only had 6, wouldn't he, if he didn't have so many points?
Well, I actually looked at this. To be fair, from my understanding, if he hadn't have headbutted him at Wakefield,
he would have got 6 games.
He would have got 6 games.
Yeah.
But because he's headbutting now, the points get 75% off after you do your ban and whatever, he's going to be half a point away from another 1 game or 2 game suspension.
Mm.
But if he comes back and just hits someone late and takes a point and misses a game,
like what Sam Lockley did.
Yeah, he takes a point, he misses 1 more game, going into the playoffs, he'll actually be on 2 points.
Tyrone May slapped Junior in the face as well after about an hour of this game. He stood up and slapped him in the face. And I'm okay the ref not giving that because the ball was miles away. But that surely needs to get picked up on.
That's what the match review panel's there for.
Exactly.
So rewatch the game and go, that didn't deserve sending off for a penalty because the ball had already moved on, but you're getting 2 points.
Mm.
Yeah. The last thing I want to mention about the game was the very last minute of it. Just to show you how much desire and the 1%ers. They put a player to the left and the pass is behind Burgess.
You're going to talk about Adam Kieran?
There's 4 of them.
They all want to score.
They are flying. Kieran tries to get the ball and is annoyed he can't pick it up and get it back inside because it's just bounced dead. But watch French, Eckersley and Field. They all set off.
Mm.
They all start running and it's almost amazing that why are you thinking that at 40 points to 10 up in the Challenge Cup final? Same way why was Field thinking it when Walters made a break against Leeds at last minute? Like, why does that go through your head?
Mm.
I'm going. I want another try.
Yeah, because it's a cup final. It's Wembley. If you get a hat-trick at Wembley, you're Adam Kieran. Yeah, that's
Field wanted his, didn't he? Field's flying.
Yeah, I suppose he did. Yeah.
Right. What I'm going to suggest now is we stop here. We take a quick break, and then we come back. And when we come back, we'll talk about some players from this game.
All right, sounds good.
Right, so we're going to dive into some players and probably end up talking about all of them.
Individuals. We're going to start with Elliot Manchella.
Cat. One word, cat.
I haven't spoken enough about Elliot Manchella in this game. I can't believe Lewis is getting all the abuse online.
I do love the 2-minute video I saw of every time he got put on his...
Yeah, but I'm going to say something I've never ever said before in my entire life. I've got some sympathy for Mikey Lewis here. Because That one Farriman scored was Minchella's fault. The one Bevan French scored, yeah, he probably should have done a better effort, but still, they were rolled anyway. The one, what else did he do? December, that was nowhere near him. Kieran, yeah, he probably could have caught Kieran, but he was on a bad foot. I feel like Minchella should get all the abuse from this game.
He should. He weren't on a bad foot.
Because he dove and he didn't defend his mate.
Yeah. Right. I'm going to start off with Field. Right, just generally.
I want to talk about it.
And you're going to go to Eckers, Noah, Waddle, Kieran.
I've got an idea up here. Right, I'm going to bring it to you. Field, he is looking back to his best.
Yeah.
I know he's walked away from this game with no try involvements. But he's doing so much well and he's so important.
He got us on the front foot, didn't he, all the time. Yeah. He was very safe under all the kicks.
Great take.
Yeah,
late
right at the end. That was right at the end. Yeah.
But my point with him is he's so influential. He's the Jack Farriman first try. He gets nothing on to try involvements, but he creates so much space. People are so worried about him. It's a little bit of the Sam Tompkins things. People were so petrified of him when he first came on the scene, so electric, that he just creates so much space.
I love with Field though. I've said this before. I love how classy he is. Because obviously, like again, he's trying to make him a superstar. And he's a superstar. He's got superstar ability. But he doesn't really seem like anybody who wants that limelight or like. I think Bevan, you can tell he scores. He gets up, he jumps about, whatever. Field just kind of scores, rolls the ball, takes the tap on the head from his teammates, and goes sets back up for the kick. They try and interview him at half time. He just says what he needs to say, goes back down the sheds. And
you get very, very clever answers, I thought, there as well.
He doesn't really do like big like media stuff, and like he's. Do you know what I mean?
It's worth saying really again, classy. In case this is one of your first times listening to us. It's worth saying again. Ian Lenigan called Jay Field the best rugby brain he's ever worked with, and he's worked with a lot of rugby brains. Yeah, and he said Jay Field's got the best rugby brain.
You know, you talk about him being humble and not really seeing that. Do you remember him lifting trophy? He just sort of blends into the crowd, doesn't he? When all that's going on, a superstar of our game, you don't see him give me the trophy and lift it. He's sort of just chilled out and he just loves rugby. He's such a brilliant player, and I think we're seeing him back to his best, really.
Yeah, he's a superb player, isn't he? He's a fantastic fullback, and I'm really, really glad he's on our team.
Yeah. We'll talk about both wingers here, Zach and Noah. Starting off with Noah, I did think he got a little bit bullied in them physical yardage carries. You know what I keep saying? How many times did he show up?
Yeah.
Showed up so often.
It's going to happen just on pure kilos, isn't it? You know
exactly. He's going against Tom Davis and Peter Hicker.
And when he's running it into the forwards, he'll fill out a bit, but at the minute he's 3 stone P wet through. You can't expect him to be like an Eckersley who's punching holes, making fans.
This was his 7th ever game. Was it his 4th ever game as a fullback?
As a winger.
As a winger, yeah. Sorry, I
think it's his 4th.
Is his fullback normally?
Yeah.
He's taken to it well. He has really taken to it well.
He's using his feet. He's using his strength. He uses his feet. He keeps showing up. He's tenacious. So you got to give him credit for that.
And again, I'm glad he got the gig. I'm glad he got the chance.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
As for Eckersley, the man's an absolute thoroughbred.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it.
He has got everything in his game. He's a finisher. He's quick. He's great under the high ball. He's got the yardage carries. He's tough. His defence is great when he's on the wing. He has got literally everything to be the modern day winger. And he is going to be one of the best wingers in Super League for the next 10 years. Or he's going to be one of the best wingers in the NRL for the next 10 years.
I'm going to say it. But me and you, us three, have had this conversation off record. I think he's the England winger.
John Duffy agrees with you. And there's a video of him.
John Duffy knows ball.
We were sat and we were saying that probably Ashton and Young, the incumbents,
Ashton and Young are both what you would call good all-round wingers as well. Same as Eckersley. Eckersley's got defence on them both.
I think Eckersley is now ahead of them. But he's in the top 2, in my opinion.
I think Ashton and Eckersley. But how good is it to have genuine threats on the wing? We always had Ryan Hall and A.N. Other.
Yeah.
Makinson was good after Ryan Hall for a bit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like
I've always had one and someone who
a
can play
genuine threat who the Aussies are going to go, we'd love him on our wing.
Someone who lines up as well, obviously, and we've talked about this before, a bit different in the fact you don't really get many, like Liam Marshall type wingers to you stand your top all big, 6 foot odd,
Yes.
threat under the high ball. Eckersley is 6 foot odd, quick, athletic, tall,
The one for them is obviously Courts. When you talk about the Aussies.
Yeah.
All 3 of them, I'm happy going against him.
Yes.
Yeah.
All 3 of them.
Because they'll both win.
Tom
Say all
Johnston as well.
Yeah.
I say 4.
Yeah.
But
Talking about the 2 wingers, Noah Hodgkinson made 137 metres. Obviously, a lot of that was.
Oh, we've got metres, have we?
There are some stats from an article written by that, and the only stat on there is the metres by a few of them. Yeah. But Zach Eckersley topped Wigan's yardage with 171 metres. He also
That's the least surprising thing I've ever heard.
He also topped the tackle bus with 9 tackle bus. Wigan had 56 in total.
They missed 47 tackles in the first half, I think, Wilcar. Outrageous.
It's ridiculous.
And it's not necessarily them missing up all those tackles on their own. They're made to miss them tackles.
Yeah. They were genuine, just beaten.
Serious performance from a serious winger, that from Eckersley.
Yeah.
And again, we've been saying it for a few weeks with his meters and his carries, and he's getting on the front foot. Like he just puts our set off to a good start every time he carries the ball.
Well, he's only going to get better.
Yeah,
he's going to add a little bit more weight and get a little bit bigger.
Box squatting already 1,000,000 kilos. He's doing those bent over rows like ridiculous.
Well, you know what's going to get better from him? He's going to get cleverer.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be in this situation time and time again, and he's going to learn how to get an extra couple of meters. He's going to learn, the little subtle changes that probably Marshy now has. He's going to learn that.
And please have durable hamstrings.
Yes.
Please have resilient
I don't want to be in somebody's back bedroom and bottom out on social media again.
You can hear that tapping. I'm finding that
Touch wood, Eckersley has hopefully good hamstrings.
he is a runner the winter. He is a trained sprinter. That's how he got into the sport.
100 metres in 10 and a bit seconds, wasn't it? He might not do that now. He's filled out a bit, but
He's an athlete.
He's
now
an
more
athlete.
than a runner.
Yeah.
Kieran and Wardle, Jay Wardle,
100th game for Wigan.
who at Huddersfield said he wasn't good enough for them.
I think it was a man who tucked his ears into his cap, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like, what a bad decision that is.
Swapping in for Jake Bibby is absolute daylight robbery. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous, that. Swapping Jake Wardle for Jake Bibby. I like Jake Bibby.
I'm just imagining Jake Bibby listening to this going,
I like Jake Bibby, but he got swapped for Wardle. And I'm like, that's the worst deal in history.
well, it's brilliant for us.
Yeah, for us.
He's so classy. How many times did he set up that left foot step? And I'm just going, go on, just do it, Jay.
What about when he just ripped past somebody from a standing start and he nearly scored and then Thingy held him up, Davis?
Lightning, strong, so clever. What a player. Adam Kieran.
He got his 2 tries, didn't he? Yeah.
He got his Wembley moment. He obviously missed out in 24, and I can't imagine how gutting that would be to miss one of the finals when you fit as well.
Good performance from Keane. Obviously, he got the 2 tries, got the good shot on Gilly to keep him out during that 12 tackle period or whatever it was. Like, good performance all round from Keane.
How much do you reckon he's regretted missing that kick?
Well, because he would have had the record.
He'd have had the record for most points in a game at Wembley.
Well, he's tied it.
Tied it with 4 of them. I'd have thought 2
points. Tom Briscoe got it like kicking a single goal. That was against Hull as well.
Were they in the sun that day?
I don't know, but I'm sure they were terrible.
I'm sorry.
They got
Talking about sun,
50-0 in the cup final.
You know what this has brought out? Have you seen the fans complaining that they didn't wear the walkout jacket?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I've seen that, yeah.
And then it said that the 2 mascots were in the sun all day and they were fine. The players could have worn it for 2 minutes. That's a head loss. That is a generational head loss.
They didn't wear the walkout jacket, so people are annoyed.
Yeah.
People don't have like lives. and like bigger issues, like to find that to moan about. Do you have more on in your life that stresses you out rather than?
I'd moan about so many things if I was a Hull fan because of that performance, but not wearing the walkout jacket is not one.
Like, do you know what I mean? Do you have like I don't know, a stressful job to complain about?
I'd complain about how many missed tackles,
something like that or whatever. Like to complain if I was something to moan about. They didn't wear the warm up jacket. I've got bigger issues,
bigger fish to fry, mate.
Yeah. Right into the halfbacks. Jack Farriman, 60 minutes. Lance Todd Trophy winner.
Fully deserved.
And as I said to our mates sat behind us after his first try, I went, get your mortgage on him to be Lance Todd winner.
I had it between the two halves for Lance Todd. I had it close between the two halves. The people voting, they went with Farriman by quite some distance. They actually had Kieran second, which I do get. He had an amazing game as well. But Farriman fully deserved it. 2 amazing tries. He put one on the plate for Junior.
30th game.
As a young player. And do you know why people like it so much, that performance? Is because he played what he saw.
Yeah.
Not afraid at all. Played what he saw.
He played that game, like I said it before, like he was playing on the park.
Mm-hmm.
I slightly fed bang, big step. This is what I'd do. Just got to try at Wembley. But we all did it, didn't we? You know what I mean? I practiced kicking a goal at Wembley. Like, you know what I mean? To win a game. But he played it like that. He's so exciting, so relaxed. Just what everyone wants to be when the
You probably practiced kick-off coverage at Wembley.
Kept kicking it dead. No,
you weren't kicking off. You were just kick-off coverage.
Yeah, you know what I mean. He just so relaxed. Everyone, as a kid, wanted to do that. You know, just go try at Wembley, step past someone, have your moment. He played it like that.
I think people love it as well because I think you can see how much of a genuine, nice, like young man he is. Do you know what I mean? When he speaks, obviously he's got a couple of man of the match awards now, and he's been interviewed in the media and stuff, and it just seems so nice, like genuine. I think again, you root for people like that. You want them to do well. You know what I mean?
Fully deserved it.
Yeah. So fair play to him.
Yeah, I'm going to mention Bevan here. Came off the bench to replace him for 20 minutes. He was just Bevan French, what he
I think we said already what we're going to talk about Bevan. Matty Pete said something interesting in the interview at the end. I think he might have over-egged this slightly, but he said, I wasn't going to bring him on, but then I got the impression he would have been unhappy, so I put him on.
Yeah.
And I've seen a few people say, he shouldn't have done that just to pander to his best player. No, pander to your best player.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's your best player, pander to him.
Well, what's interesting about this as well, did you hear when he said, because obviously I was asking about, we didn't expect to see him back today, was this a case of, that was as you first thought when you released the 16 weeks, and he went, I'll be honest with you, I just knew people were going to be asking me about it all the time, so I just took a bit of pressure off and went, it'll be 16 weeks. Because I knew then people would ask me for ages about Bevan French, when did you back? If I knew 8 weeks, about 5 weeks, they'd be going, is he ready? Could we be back early? Should we be seeing him now on Wednesday? He said, so just to take the kind of event, sick of people asking me about it.
Would that mean funny?
16 weeks. I was like, fair play.
I like that, yeah.
You are right there, because as soon as he got injured, everyone looked and goes.
Also, don't know.
Oh.
Wardle came back early. Field came back early. You also don't know how long it's going to be.
Yeah.
You can't guess. It's going to be a guess.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone said it in there. 16 weeks. That's magic. He'll be back for magic. Was the conversation. That was the 16 weeks.
Also,
no one was even considering Wembley.
Farriman's played every game this year but one, I think, because Smith didn't start the season and then Bevan's been injured.
Jake got injured and
came through. Jake got injured, so he's played pretty much every game, and the game was won. Let him put his feet up for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Why not?
There's a lot of talk about the minutes as well and things like that.
Minute limits.
But you know what? 60 minutes. You're probably going to get Lance Todd.
It's a story as well. 60 minutes, you got Lance Todd.
Go and sit on the sideline and just.
Do you see the moment when he got announced?
Yeah.
And Kate Ellis ran over and gave Morgan Taylor Kerr and all them. I love that.
You know what I mean? Just stand on the sideline and just soak it all in. Actually get to enjoy it rather than playing and not really feeling the atmosphere.
We are back on Farriman again, though. We talk about Harry Smith.
Yeah.
The general.
The only way to sum Harry Smith's performance up is go listen to what Bevan French said, and we shared it on the Twitter.
And Jack Farman.
And Jack Farman said the exact same thing.
Yep. And Jay Field.
We can only play.
Which one of the forwards? Junior.
Well, Field, French, and Farman all said similar lines of he lets us play. I can only do what I do because of him.
Junior said Harry got me through that game.
Yeah.
Harry put me in the right place every single time. Harry told me what to do every single time and told me the right thing to do.
Made sure I was right in the right place. There we go. And you know what? The best way to sum up Harry Smith. He has to be England's number 7.
Yeah. Oh,
I've seen.
We are not a serious team if we don't pick Harry Smith as a 7.
I have actually seen Leeds fans saying that Connor should play 6 and Smith at 7. Like
that would be better than anything and not Smith.
Yes,
I would say that
he might be first name on team sheet.
Kevin Brown at 6 and Smith at 7 would be better than not picking Smith.
Harry Smith might
put Luke Gale back in. Gareth Widdop. How many of the other 6s we've had over the years? Blake Austin, Rangi Chase, Hastings. Any of the 6s we've had in the past with Harry Smith would be better than not picking Harry Smith. Brian McDermott could play in the house with Harry Smith.
The one that I always get is I reckon if you ask Mikey Lewis, you ask George Williams, ask Jake Connor who they want to play with, they're all going to pick Harry Smith.
Mm-hmm.
He absolutely bossed this game.
Yeah, and he does, and it was the same in the Ashes test, wasn't it? We tried the whole Williams and Lewis.
Yeah.
And then after one game went, we're a bit clueless, we didn't get me the general. Harry Smith comes in, then you go, yeah, so it's him, and then it's who plays 6 alongside him. So, yeah, I think it's...
Yeah, but I mean, if we're talking about this game, he put us in the right place all the time.
Yeah.
And it's more than that as well. He was... It was how flat he played. And how quick he played.
Yeah.
And I don't want to just talk... I don't want to reduce him to just he kicks long and he finds grass and he turns us over in good... Because he's not that.
Well, we're talking about the long kicking. You said it to me and he did it 2 weeks ago against Leeds. Pinned him in the corner. Oh, sorry, no, it was against Saints.
It was against Saints when Sailor kept
and
going.
Sailor cheated. The first time he tried to cheat and get there early, Smith pinned it right to the stakes.
Did the same to Broadbent.
But it's creative kicking, short kicking, dropping it on the centre, dropping it on Junior, doing all
his
of
assist for the Kieran try was opposite.
Yeah.
And he is that, and I don't want to just... That's why I say I don't want to just reduce him to he's a great long kicker and he puts us in good positions, because he's way, way more than that.
But he ran so well.
Yeah, he plays so fat.
He made every
fast
choice.
and so flat.
Every choice he made was right.
Yeah.
And then you throw into the fact that he's such a good defensive half. On top of all of that...
The defence has come on loads, hasn't it?
Yeah.
He doesn't get enough credit for his defence.
His defence has come on.
Here where, I think it was just after the high shot, so they put in, but he picked up. Can't remember who it was, but
I think it might have been Hickory Dunlop.
It was Hickory Dunlop, yeah. It was a
slam
big hit.
Hit him on his back.
It was actually the 5th and last one. It was a turnover.
Yeah.
It was last tackle. He tried to win it with the power play, put him over big man.
And then I liked as well, he ripped the ball off him and played the ball.
Yeah.
Or
get the game going.
Get the game going.
And in fact, I'm going to steal a bit from our next section. We'll talk about what the fans said. Someone asked who is our next captain after Liam Farrell. It's Harry Smith for me.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
You can see, even in the decisions of where we're taking the scrum,
as much as I think I'd have a look at giving it to one of the Bash Bros, or the old brat, I do think that it's got to be Harry Smith.
He makes every decision.
Liam Farrell's a great captain.
Oh, he's a captain.
Like, Liam Farrell is a fantastic captain.
Yeah.
And so almost, like, I don't want to think about who the next captain is, because I want it to be Liam Farrell for the rest of my life.
Yeah. He's just a phenomenal player who should be the first name on every team sheet.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to do prop chat together.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't think it's fair to single any of these out and
prop chat. Sam Walters, Luke Thompson,
Havard,
Cade Ellis, Patrick Nagle.
Yeah. In fact, you know, we'll go out the middles if you want to throw Ollie Parkinson in there.
Forward
chat.
Forward chat.
Because I'm going to dive in on
Pack chat.
I'm going to dive in on Brad O'Neill in a little bit. That's why I was sort of leaving him out of the...
Right. We have spoken at length about how our forwards got us on the front foot. I don't know how much more to say about the fact that we have got this pack now that is fearsome.
It's not fair.
No.
I've said this before. I've normally said it just about having Walters and December on the same team. But no, when they're all fit, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're thinking, God, right, I get through the first bit. I've got Thompson, one of the best props in the league, running at me. Better that, I've got 6'7" or whatever he is, Sam Walters coming at me. Thank God they've got off. Who's coming on now? Mago. Like, it's hardest man to tackle in the league. Like, it's just...
He's a handful, isn't it?
I'm going to say...
just not fair.
Havard coming on.
I've heard as well.
Havard's been the hardest forward in the league to tackle.
You just said Mago is.
I think in a different way. I get what you're saying with Mago, that he runs it hard. And
It takes a few to get
minutes
Mago.
to get into the ground, and he can never get it down.
But he does that off the back of what the others have done. Like, he only came on in the second half after we'd scored. Havard gets to the line, and any time you line him up, just shuffles.
Mm-hmm.
His footwork is so good. Gets on the outside shoulder. Bang, quick play the ball.
And he doesn't get much credit for this, but he's clever as well.
Yeah.
He gets tackled in the right place.
He gets tackled in the right place. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And I know Ellis is quite good at that as well, but he gets tackled in the right place.
And there was one of the tries that I can't remember which one it was. The tackle before we score. He's taking it in, and he gets on the outside of the second row. I think it's Reece Martin. And Mikey Lewis has to get dragged involved, and he doesn't get a dominant tackle. And Havard steals 5 yards, gets on his front bang, play the ball, and they're just gone because your second row and your six were in the tackling.
He actually did well for Fireman's second try as well to run the inside shoulder line and make space. Like,
and jump out the way of a dive.
Jump out the way of a dive, not make it too obvious.
Thompson, what a signing he's been.
Machine.
He's
different as well to when he was at Saints. He's changed his game, man. He was a bit like a Walmsley. They kind of come on as a perm and
went bang bang.
Bit of an impact kind of.
Do you not think he also came on a lot of fourth tackles? They'd have making certain.
That is how they used to use their props, though.
Yeah. But they'd use their outside backs, which were very good at getting yards. And then come Walmsley tackle 3, Thompson tackle 4. And he'd be making a 15-yard carry.
A bit like what you do now with Wardle, then it's Eckersley, then Keevan, then Wardle, then it's Mago, and then it's using them off the back.
That's a good blueprint, to be fair.
But yeah, just obviously much longer minutes now, really fit. Obviously, he's a big guy. He's got a lot of muscle mass on him, but he's fit as well. His endurance and cardio is phenomenal. Can play the big minutes to a high level. Doesn't really make that many errors. He's not a penalty machine.
No,
you know what I mean? He's reliable, isn't he? You get an 8 out of 10 game pretty much every week from him.
Ollie P.
He's been a good signing.
I have to say, I was one of the people to question the signing, not because Ollie P doesn't make us a better team. I think I said this on the pod. Ollie P makes us a better team than Chris Levy. But 5 years, I thought, was a long contract for Ollie.
Yeah.
I thought, brilliant signing, too long of a contract. And I 100% go back on that. He has been fantastic.
Sign the contract, however long you want, for whatever year you want.
Because a lot of people were against signing him 100%. And I know I understand the thinking about that. He never set the world on fire at Catalan and Salford. And you never want to go back there. But Ollie P has been the perfect signing for us. The perfect signing. He's exactly what we needed.
I think he adds a bit more depth because that means now, I know I've said this before, but I'm a fan of Ellis coming off the bench. Not because I didn't like him starting, he's a really good 13. But I just think as a team, it gives you a bit more when you can bring him in as either a prop. Obviously, Mago doesn't do that big minute, so if you can kind of have another one to rotate in, there's a bit of a ball playing forward. I think it offers you a bit of something different having Ellis on the bench, a bit of versatility. So I think, it's been a good signing.
It's been a fantastic signing. He had an absolute stormer again in this game. Getting us on the front foot. He had 2 carries that led to tries indirectly. His defence is obviously like what you said, him and Brad in the middle of the park, just completely wipe out.
He's not the biggest forward, is he?
No, he's not the biggest.
But again, typical Wigan lad, no backward steps.
But again,
respect for reputation.
He's not a penalty machine, which he's been criticised for in the past. He's using the ball a lot better than he ever has. And his defence is still fantastic. He's always had good defence. I really, really liked Oliver Partington's role in this team, and long may it continue.
Definitely.
And Ellis, as we've already mentioned, Ellis will come off the bench.
Yeah. He just looks refreshed.
We've got one more forward to talk about, which is Sam Walters.
It's I put a little mark next to his performance. He's banned for 7 games.
We're not going to see him for 7 games.
But you know what I'm going to say? Go on holiday, Sam.
He had a great game.
Up until that point.
Come back end of July, and you know what I'm thinking? It's going to be like an injury coming back at the right time. Remember we signed a pre-2023 and it just gave us a boost mid-season. Bringing him back after 7 games is just going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, obviously it's his first Wembley as well. He was 18th man last time.
Yeah, he was. I forgot about
that. His performance was fantastic, and you know it does slightly block his copybook and get sent off and get 7-game ban for dropping the lil on his head. But up to that moment, he had been fantastic.
He's become a real staple in the team, hasn't he? As a forward, obviously, he's transitioned that he only really plays in the second row if there's an injury or Farrell can't play or whatever. But we're kind of using him more as a prop, and I think he's finding his feet there, isn't he? And again, he's offering us a bit of versatility then, because then that means Havard and Maybo come to the bench, and I think
he's on the plane for me.
Everyone's on the plane. Don't forget Sean Wayne's not in charge anymore, so he's not going to pick too many Wiganers or no Wiganers. Because Wayne always picked too many or not enough. Oh, he actually picked both, I think.
At the same time,
At the same time, he had too many Wiganers.
Listen, he's on the plane for me, and I think it was you that said this to me, Lewis, so I'm sort of going to steal your thunder here. The Aussies don't want to line up and see
Kai Pearce Paul, Junior December, Sam Walters.
That's huge. Morgan Knowles and Luke Thompson being smallest forwards. Yeah. Victor Radley in there. Who's going just nail you. Brad O'Neill in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who'd you play at prop? Thompson, Havard, Miki, and Aledzki. They're huge.
You put Morgan Knowles prop.
Morgan Knowles are they're huge bodies.
Lee's probably not going to be available. Unfortunately,
Depends when he's back.
Lee's will probably be in there for me.
You know what I mean? That's such a huge side.
Yeah.
And he gives you an option of prop or second row, which is always needed in the squad.
Yeah. I feel like England and Great Britain, we've often had packs that can stand up against the Aussies.
Yeah.
We've got one right now.
Yeah.
We have 100%. Now, whether we've got the flair players to beat them is a different story. But we have got the forward pack again, like when we had Peacock and Fielden and
Morley
and Gareth Ellis. When we had that side, and O'Loughlin at 13 if he was fit, when we had that side, we could go toe-to-toe with the Aussies. And Burgess is after that. Now we've got another pack that can go toe-to-toe with the Aussies. 100% it can go toe-to-toe with any pack in the world.
Yeah. I don't want to dive into England.
No, that's for another time.
One-off game.
Absolutely.
Anyone can beat anyone.
Your pack gets rolling like I did on this game.
Yeah. Right, last person I want to talk about is Brad O'Neill.
Yeah.
80 minutes in a very time position at 9 and 30.
Well, I listened to the back 10, and Matt Diskin said he played 80 minutes in the tumble dryer.
Yeah.
And he played amazingly. And Paul Cook actually said he was tossing up for his vote for Lance Todd, because Cook got a vote. On behalf of all at Rugby League, I think he got a vote. He was tossing up between Farrimond and Brad O'Neill, and he gave it to Farrimond in the end. But he was really impressed with Brad's performance.
You know what I say? I don't think it was a Lance Todd winning performance.
Only because of what Farrimond did.
Because of Farrimond and Kieran. And I think when you win the Lance Todd, you sort of need a moment where you do something. Danny Alton had his, and he made the last ditch tackle on Curry.
Yeah, Bevan had a moment like he won the Lance Todd.
Yeah, he scores his tries. I think you need a moment on top of having a really good game. But Brad O'Neill puts that performance in every week. Doesn't miss a tackle. Hurts in every tackle. And again, talking about Australia or whatever, if you ask the Aussies, who do you not want lined up at 9? they're going to say, we don't want Brad O'Neill at 9 because he's going to work
Mm.
and he's going to flatten you and his engine's never going to run out and he's just going to run through a brick wall.
Yeah.
And I think we possibly see the 2 9s who are playing the World Cup playing this game.
I think the 2 9s from this game playing the World Cup as well.
I think Jez Litton comes off the bench and that makes Jez Litton a better player.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. They work well together, I think, those two. I do think they'd work well together.
He is a phenomenal one. You know what? He's in with a shout of being a Wigan captain. He's got the right mentality.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's us. Talk about every player.
Yeah, Taylor Kerr. We're not talking about 18th man Taylor Kerr. Didn't lift a trophy.
I noticed that.
Didn't lift a trophy. I think he'll get plenty of chances to lift that trophy, if he stays fit.
I think he might be lifted it first.
First man to lift it? Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? Listening to what's been said and whatever, he knows Bevan needs to be on that bench.
Yeah, and
there's no.
He said he really wanted to play at Wembley, and all he wants to do is play at Wembley. Like, he's had this taste. He's had a taste now, and I don't just think he was there to get a taste. I think he genuinely is the best option for 18th man, and I think he'll come back up to the bench now.
So do I.
But he will have chances in his career. He's on a journey just like Jack Farman is, just like Noah Hopkins is.
He's, you know what? He's Zach Eckersley of 2 years ago.
Yeah, you can't just keep him all in forever.
Just because you've got injured, no one got banned in that middle.
Yeah, you've got to just drip feed and pull him out when it's the right time and put him back in when it's the right time and just manage it better. I think Pete's good at that.
If any of them middles had got injured,
French
couldn't play,
I think he's ahead of Sam Messi.
I think he's 17.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's
Yeah.
Maybe if Bevan hadn't gone in that back bedroom and had that massage, he would have been 17. Might have put him back. You know,
I don't know.
Might have brought him forward 2 weeks. That might have done. Yeah.
Right. I think we've talked about all the players.
We
haven't spoke about Matty Pete.
I love him so much. Like, he's.
I'm really
Pete
glad.
Out Brigade were quiet this weekend, weren't they?
All the Wi-Fi was down for the Pete Out Brigade.
You know what?
Absolutely.
You got a bit of stick on Twitter, Matty.
For what?
For not just living in the moment and accepting it when you said about Matty Pete and we've been called happy clappers. And
Oh yeah,
we've been called happy clappers far more than I ever thought we would, because we called things out that we're not happy with.
Yeah, we've given plenty stick when it's due. We've criticised team selection. We've criticised use of subs. What we haven't done is call for him to be sacked. Right, that's what people wanted us to do.
Do you know the one that sticks with me? Bring John Cartwright in to avoid relegation. Whilst we sat 5th in the league.
2 points off top.
2 points off top.
Semi-final.
Yeah.
What about give the job to Dennis Betts? He can do both. That was a shout.
That was a shout, yeah.
Imagine the training sessions.
But you know what I mean? Like, and now everyone's going, oh yeah, well we won. Well, brilliant. But it was less than a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was less than a month ago that people were telling me when he sack him, if he loses one more game, his job's gone.
Yeah. Half the team needed to go.
Yeah.
We were done. We were done as a team.
Thank you for the great times, Matty Pete, with the quadruple, but your time has come to pass the torch.
Absolutely.
It's just like
Absolutely. Somebody was on there saying he only won the quadruple because Lamb left him with a great squad with French and Field. Absolute joke. People are jokers. But we know that Matty Pete we knew Matty Pete had a chance of doing this.
Yeah.
And he earned the right to try.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's done it.
You know what I'm going to say?
This meant a lot to him, this trophy.
If he'd have been knocked out at Wakefield, he'd have had the rest of this season. If we won nothing, he'd have had all of next season.
But not if we got relegated. But we would have brought John Cartwright. He would have saved.
You know what I mean? We made the playoffs, don't we? Blah, 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 blah. He'd have had all of next season. And if we'd have finished and not won anything but been okay, whatever. And that would have took us to the end of 27. And then there might have been a conversation.
Well, if what we do is happy clapping, we'll carry on doing that.
Yeah.
I don't mind being called a happy clapper. I mean, I was clapping and I was very happy when I saw Matty Pete lift that trophy. I was so happy and I was clapping. So I am a happy clapper, I guess. When Wigan win, I do clap and I'm happy. You happy you don't clap your hands?
Boss, isn't he?
Well, yeah, and
Like, I'd run through a brick wall for him.
you can tell.
I'd get knocked over by a brick wall.
Yeah, I'd get knocked over by a brick wall. But you could tell this meant a lot to him, this one.
Yeah.
The way he was pumping his fist and slamming his hand into the trophy and kissing it. You knew this one meant a lot to him. Yeah, I mean, he's such a great man motivator and he's such a great coach and his messaging is always on point. I mean, I even liked his slight backtrack when Peacock was telling him how good he was for doing the identity thing. He said, yeah, well, I got a bit excited. Probably shouldn't have said it like I did, but I got a bit excited. Yeah, good. Good that he got excited.
Yeah.
Because he's passionate about rugby league. He's passionate about youth development. He's passionate about winning things with Wigan lads in the team.
Yeah. He talks a lot of sense, I think, as
Yeah.
well. You know, he speaks really well. I think he's coming to his own now about what to be as a coach. The whole thing about the media before, so I caught it 16 weeks. I just didn't want to answer questions on it, so I just thought give me some time away from that. Keep the Bevan story or whatever. Bit of Wayne Bennett, not letting the media. You control the media.
Yeah.
They always say about Wayne Bennett, but he's a master at controlling the media. And I
It's
think
the game, isn't it, really?
you see that, you know what I mean.
Phenomenal.
And he just says, right, I'm going to take a little bit of pressure off my team. I'm going to say he's out for 16 weeks. That'll keep the story back.
He's a clever bloke. He's built a great staff around him. You know, each of those you can see has got a great impact on the team. All his staff, backroom staff as well as his coaches. Yeah, I mean, we are big fans of him. We don't shy away from that. We're scared to criticise the club in case they don't invite us for an interview again. But I don't really know what we could have criticised the club for.
For winning another trophy.
Oh, we won another trophy. But we've not criticised the club enough along the way. So here we go, Wigan Warriors. This is what you should do now.
Nelson, get your checkbook out.
Yeah.
Why have you not signed?
Why have you only signed all our best players to long-term deals and all our coaches and made sure our quadruple winning team stays together? Why have you
whilst keeping all the young talent and refreshing it at the right point?
Why have you signed all these talented young players to our team?
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
I mean, they let Liam Byrne go. I did like Liam Byrne. But they're not, he needed too much money.
You know what I'm going to say?
But we should have criticised the club for that.
I think the perfect statement
criticised them. We were too scared.
An Irish international, for God's sake.
He is an Irish international. I like Liam Byrne. I would have kept him. If there was no salary cap, I definitely would have kept him.
Yeah, but that's the thing, isn't it?
It's the thing.
And if you want to keep Jack Fireman and you want to know what to come through, and you want
That's
to
what
keep
people
Jack
don't get.
Eppersley.
And people don't get that.
I just think the perfect statement is, why have you not signed player?
Why haven't
just
you signed
enter your favourite player?
Nathan Cleary? Come on.
It's written in the stars because partners over here. But
we should have criticised the club for not signing Tom Trbojevic. But we were scared we weren't going to get another interview. Yeah. Anyway, Pete out brigade. Come back in. You're always forgiven.
You're all accepted.
You're accepted back on. Forgiven, but not forgotten.
One sec. I'm just going to look at when we're going to lose 2 games again and then you can all jump.
Forgiven, but not forgotten.
Yeah.
Pete is in.
Exactly.
And you know what? Last week, when you rested everybody, did the right thing. You know, this is an interesting stat I saw earlier. Hull KR, as a team, the 17-man squad, had played around 35 games more than the Wigan squad this season. Overall. So that's pretty much 2 games each more. Full games each.
Right, okay.
I think about really like when you talk about ever presence in the Wigan side.
I don't know. Well, there won't be any because last week, but I don't know if that made any difference.
But just
well, maybe it did.
But just go through the team. Obviously, Fields missed a month. French has missed 12 weeks. Smith missed 3 games through a ban.
And the first week.
Wardle missed 7 weeks.
Marshall's missed a load.
Kieran's not missed any through a ban.
Well, but he had to move to different positions.
Moved into different positions. But I'm talking about games played.
Yeah.
Into the pack.
Walter's got banned.
Walter's got banned. Brad's been ever present. Tomo, December. Faz played a lot at centre, but was ever
May
present.
go ever present.
Partington, whatever. But there's 5 or 6 players that you're looking at have missed 6 to 8 games.
5 or 6 of our big players, our big games, our talisman, our pivots, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, Jack Farman's probably played 5 to 8 more games than you would have thought. You thought he might have been jumped in for a couple here and a couple to rest players.
Almost like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Almost like they knew what they were doing last week.
Squad management.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to end it on that. We'll come back and we're going to answer some questions that
from the audience
that you sent in.
Okay, time for us to field some questions from the audience, and you've got them, Tom. You asked for these this afternoon.
Yep.
You replied to some of them. I replied to some of them. You can always tell who's replied based on how things are spelt.
Yes.
Yeah. If things are spelt wrong, it's usually you.
Yeah, leave me alone. I'm not bothered about that. I'm talking rugby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still like to spell things correctly.
Do you think they spell rugby league?
Rugby league.
They don't spell that properly.
How good's rugby league?
They just talk about it.
Peter Blandage, you mean?
Yeah. Right, I'm going to start off with a bit of a non-running theme, and it sort of come off the Jack Farriman and Lance Todd performance, where I'm going to split it into two. The first bit is how do we work the Farriman and French thing moving forward?
Mm-hmm.
And my first response was there are going to be some very, very difficult conversations here. And that's ultimately because Jack starts at 6 for probably 8 clubs in Super League. Currently. If not more. I was sort of thinking across the lines of, obviously, us, we've got Bevan, maybe not at Hull KR, probably not at Catalans with Dodd and Sexton.
Yeah. Saints.
Saints.
Yeah. Hastings.
So, there are loads of things here.
I think the way we deal with the Farriman and French thing, I feel like there is a way to use both of them. The only reason we can do that is because Brad O'Neill can play 80 minutes.
Yes.
So I wouldn't necessarily do this every game. I wouldn't be against using one of them as an extra pivot if we needed to late in games. I mean, you're not going to leave Bevan French on the bench if he's fully fit. That's what Chris Wolinski said. You're not going to do that.
Bevan French starts.
Yeah, and Farriman knows that.
Yeah, exactly.
Farriman's not stupid. Yeah, he's got something, but he knows he's done everything right. Injuries happened. He's got a chance, and he's shot on the big stage when he's been given a chance. But he knows with his age, he's not stupid, that him playing every week in, week out at this age was suffering from burnout.
Yeah,
he knows he's probably got the rest of this season, maybe next season, still being behind Bevan. At that point, Bevan will be kind of approaching, 33, something like that. At that point,
that's when his contracts can come to the end.
He might be slowing down. He might want to go back for do a year in or something. So I don't know. That all the time will tell, and then Farriman's time is to step in. I think for now,
agree.
But we're okay. I don't think we need to worry about Jack leaving to try and get more game time.
No, I agree.
I don't think that's going to be an issue.
I do think it's a conversation, though. There's not many players who win Lance Top, whatever, and put performances like that in, week out. I just think the only way is there's going to be a difficult conversation at some point, and it might result in Bevan leaving a year earlier than he could, or you know what I mean?
I don't know. I think you can still have a world where they both coexist. You can bring one of them off the bench. You can bring Farriman off the bench very easily if you're getting Brad to do 80 minutes. You've got an extra pivot there if you need it. You've got injury cover from 1 through to 7. You've got basically what happened in this game where you go, right, you've got 60 minutes, go hell for leather. Jack Farriman, you go hell for leather.
I'm not saying there isn't. It is a conversation for the future. I think we're all right.
Yeah, right now we're fine. Right now
we know he's a good player, but he's still young. He's currently obviously in very good form.
He's learning.
We've seen him this season, I think Good Friday, being not so good form. He's got Harry Smith at the side of him, who's been in this predicament where he's played too many games too young and suffered burnout after having a good run of form, but then he starts to suffer. He's got the right people around him, the right players, the right team, the right coaching staff to guide him through this process.
He will always be compared to people like you and Irwin and George Whitby because they are similar ages and they kind of came through at similar times. I don't know what the ranking of those three players is. I don't know what kind of careers those three players are going to have. But I do think that Farrimond is probably in the best situation.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say the conversation becomes, what does Jack Farrimond want of his career? Because he could leave tomorrow and go and be a number 6 somewhere. Or spend the next 18 months, 2 years, and become one of the best 6s in the planet, potentially.
Could do that.
It's deferred gratification, isn't it? This is immediate. He can go and play now and be Wakefield's number 6, but he ain't got, without no disrespect to Wakefield, he's probably not going to get a lot of chances to win the Lance Todd Trophy again because they're not going to find themselves in finals. If you do a bit of deferred gratification, wait a couple of years, do your apprenticeship, take your moments when you get them with injuries and bans and whatever.
He's played a lot of games.
Come and do that.
He's played a lot of games. Bevan is.
He's played more than Harry Smith has played at this point.
Yes.
I think the players you mentioned there, Matt, you and Irvin's in a similar boat. He knows behind Williams and Sneed. He's not in that pecking order, but he knows Sneed will be moving on soon, and that'll be his time to go in there.
Moving on. And if you and Irvin has the 6th jumper next year, it's too early.
It's probably 12 months too soon.
If not 2 years.
Although,
the
Sam Tompkins got the 6th jersey a bit too soon and he was fine.
What happened with Williams, didn't it? When he was coming through.
He was playing 9.
Big thing. He was playing 9 and then he got the number 6 jersey after Sean Wayne. And, so his time will come, and I think he knows that. He's not stupid. He knows himself. Behind Smith, when you've got Bevan French in there, he's struggling. He knows. Give it a couple of years. Take your chances. You'll get your chances. Take them.
You'll have plenty of chances.
A couple of years' time.
Yeah.
There's definitely going to be a spot for him there in that team.
Yeah. So
good question.
Our next question sort of follows a similar line, but in a broader concept. Who do Wigan retain in this current crop of academy players? Now,
yeah, it's a good question.
Can I just start with, we obviously don't know all these players well enough. We haven't seen them in training day to day the same way that...
We also don't know what their ambitions are.
Yes.
I'm going to talk about who's the hardest to replace. Junior. Junior's the hardest to replace. He's also tied down to the longest term deal. Now, whether or not that means he's going to leave to the NRL, I think this is down to people's individual ambition. Does Zach Eckersley see himself as cracking it down under as an outside back?
Yeah.
He could go and have a go. Or does he not see himself doing that? Does he see himself staying at Wigan? In which case, he's one I would say target. It's a tough question.
They've been tied down to long-term contracts, really, haven't they?
We never really know this, do we? Like, we never know who's going to be
the next big thing.
Well, we never know who's going to be the next big thing, but also, like, players have come through all the time and done all right and moved on.
Yeah.
And we never really can predict who's going to be the one that stays in the team.
I suppose this comes back to, if you think about last week, there was 15 young lads play. Out of that 15, maybe 4 become mainstays in this.
Well, like, you might be, that's a bit ambitious because you're also forgetting that alongside, like, their counterparts would be Eckersley.
Well, this was what I'm going to get at.
Junior.
There is difficult questions to be had all across the board here. Noah Hodgkinson, playing on the wing, is he the next best winger long term, or did they see Sambu and Noah playing full back? How long? You have to have difficult conversations. Do you have to release a Liam Marshall at some point so that you can keep the next 10-year winger?
If they're good enough.
If they're good enough.
Only if they're good enough. I mean, we've seen that with the Bass.
And you're judging that 2-3 years before they're probably ready.
Yeah, I do think Redlinski knows what he's doing in this situation. Like, if you think back to Maguire, when Maguire was in charge, you're looking at somebody like Joel Tompkins and somebody like Liam Farrell. You'd like to keep both of them. But Joel Tompkins moves on. His ambition. Because he had different life goals to Liam Farrell.
Yeah.
And so he moved on. You don't know what the life goals are going to be. If you'd have asked me that question in 2011 or 12, I would have said, yeah, keep both of them, definitely.
But I'd also add to that is, I don't think we can get this wrong very often. The Matty Nicholson one obviously hurt them. We saw that with the interviews of
Matty Nicholson was a big one. I think Harry Rushton possibly was a big one, although
he's probably not gone on to have the career that they expected. Obviously, Nicholson's gone to the NRL. Smithies and Pierce Paul, they'll have known 2 years earlier that there was ambition for them to go to the NRL.
I think for those two, like, we were probably wanting to keep them, but we weren't going to
match that money.
Like, that gave us a chance to bring in Luke Thompson, for example.
Bring in Junior December.
Well, for me, you keep December because he's probably one of the best forwards in the league at the minute and will be one of the best, if not the best forward in the league in years to come. Eckersley for the same reason, but backs. He's going to be one of the best backs in the league to come. I think then you get into, like you're saying there, but if you want Noah to play full back, you probably get rid of that Cartwright. Or you might not keep him if you're going to take one of them. You've seen, obviously, now we've got Eckersley playing one wing. We've got, obviously, Marshall on the other. We saw in the Hull KR game, Austin Daniels, Nathan Law. We've obviously got Sambo in there as well.
Cartwright's played on the wing for the first team.
You're probably not going to keep all of them.
No, you won't keep them all.
So I've got a couple of wingers are going to have to go now. Who? It's hard to say because, like you said, we're not in the academy setup. We don't watch the reserve games that often, but it'll be a case of, again, squad management, cap management.
And it's not always the ones who shine in the reserve games that make it at top level either.
Yeah.
And it's not always those ones that get kept. Somebody like Sammy Kibula, for example, was quite dominant in the academy in the reserve game. Somebody like Ben Davis before him. They weren't kept on, and the hindsight says that was a right decision.
Yeah.
But that you've sort of gone on the point that I was trying to make there, Lewis. You talk about the wingers and the centres. Eckersley's the one for me. He's all.
I think you're looking at a back half and a forward. And you're thinking Eckersley, you're thinking Fireman, you're thinking December. If you want to go younger than that, it's hard to get. It's hard to say.
It's very hard to say. But this is where I think the difficult conversations go. If you're looking at the lads that you just named, I think it was 6, including Cartwright that you named then. Sambu.
For 3 quarters.
For the centres, centres, wingers. We don't know about the lads 2 years younger yet.
No.
Yeah.
And Wigan will be thinking, he's the one. They might be thinking a fellow who's 15 now, he's showing all the signs, he's doing all the right things.
Yeah.
So we'll keep Marshall for 3-4 years, and possibly keep him a year too long, so that this lad's ready. Or they might want to keep one of the lads now and have to move on and Adam Kieran. They'll know.
It's a good question, but we don't really know.
Yeah.
It's the answer.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I think one thing it will show, and I know we can end up we won't, but you could end up talking for the half an hour about this. But obviously, Radlinski's mentioned it in the media recently, hasn't he, about the salary cap. And if you are wanting to keep academy players and you're wanting to kind of keep the talent in Super League, and you don't want, then there's going to have to be a case of what do we do with that?
It does punish. It doesn't punish you, I suppose, but it just doesn't reward you for bringing through all those players that are proper in the league. I mean, look at the lineups from Saturday. 9 of the 18 was it that were Wigan Academy brought through, and 3 of the opposition. Meanwhile, they only had 4 if you include the whole of Hull. Like, if you include Hull FC, they only had 4.
I've seen a lot of conversation about the cap, and it is one of the questions that's probably worth mentioning, a solution to the cap. There's a lot of thought being thrown around now because of Wigan and doing it with the academy and how the cap's struggling. A lot of conversation around, if you're over the age of 30, you've been at the club 10 years, should you be included in the cap? Rewarding longevity. You know, someone like a Liam Marshall now, who's done 10 years at this club, just had his testimonial, he's turning 30. Liam Farrell. We should be awarding these players for staying at a club and saying, actually, because you've stuck with these players and produced them and developed it into.
And I think it's not necessarily, and I wouldn't say 100% off the cap, and again, I wouldn't say for as much, but I also think we should reward players who are veterans in the game.
Yeah.
Like, I would like...
Wigan should be able to pay Liam Marshall a little bit more.
Yeah.
And not be worried about the cap.
And say, you know what, you've got this as a reward for being loyal to Super.
Yeah.
But I also think, like, you should be able to pay... Like, say if they wanted to bring in... You know, Hull KR brought in Ryan Hampshire.
Yeah.
Like, useful signing, been around the block, good for the young lads in the dressing room, good for the young halves, can fill in when needed. Like, they should be able to pay him a bit more because he's a veteran.
Yeah. But even if you said someone over 30, we take 15% off the cap.
If they've played in Super League poker.
Yeah. If they've been, you know what, at a club for 10 years, we'll take 15% off the cap. Things like that to your squad manage. Players under the age of 22, 23.
I just don't think they should count on the cap
I
at
don't
all.
think they should count on the cap. If you're under 23, you shouldn't be on the cap.
Don't count against the cap at all.
I think,
and I get that you could be a full-blown international at 22, in theory.
That's fine.
But
It's fine.
The club shouldn't be able to sign a youngster from somewhere because you can't afford to keep them.
Yeah.
I also think with the NRL expanding, I mean, we're not probably doing a news section this episode now because very long this episode has been, but it's been announced this morning Matty Lees is off to the NRL to take up an opportunity to do Papua New Guinea team
in 18 months.
But obviously with them expanding Perth, they've dipped into the English market. Obviously Papua New Guinea now dipping into the English market. If we do want to keep English internationals, our best players in our competition, for our eyes, so NRL's a bigger salary cap. We have to be able to compete.
More than 3 times the size, and it's
and
going up every year.
The clubs in a better position, they make more revenue, and I get that. And that's again, I don't we can talk about it for half an hour. We won't, but I do think to try and compete with that because they are going to.
It doesn't need to go up to that level.
No,
they're going to dip the toe in the English market
though to try. And again, the new teams are coming in; they're expanding. They need players. The English player pool is something they will have a look at if we want to try and protect ourselves a little bit from that.
And I think there were assurances about the salary cap going up, which led to certain contracts being signed by Wigan players, which the salary cap was then not brought up, thanks to really some self-serving owners, and they shouldn't have that control. Well, we've spoken about that before.
You have to look past your nose. You have to look.
You do have to look past your nose.
Right, a couple of questions from 2 different people: Carl Rimmer and Chris with a K, both about Wembley. Yeah,
Wembley. We haven't spoken about Wembley yet because we knew this was coming.
Yeah, and the long point of it is it's the attendance is all that stuff, but no way should it be moved away from Wembley.
The day you take the Challenge Cup permanently away from Wembley is the day it dies.
Yeah,
completely dies.
It's such a special occasion.
That I know that crowd, 56,000, would look mint at anyone else basically apart from Old Trafford.
Yeah,
it would look really good, but if you take it away from Wembley, it stops being what it is.
It's Wembley. Like we
Saturday, the trip down.
Yep. It's a dear do. And I think the problem is you're asking 2 fan bases at the moment to do it every time.
Yeah.
You're asking 2 fan bases to pay for Wembley. You're asking 2 fan bases to pay for Old Trafford. And both of them have been to Vegas in the last 2 years. We're going to got Paris next week. You've got Magic Weekend at the end of this month. The problem here, I don't think... Look, listen, there were a lot of Wigan supporters there on Saturday. Yeah. There were a lot of Hull KR supporters there on Saturday. I feel like those 2 were right. There was no AB Sunday 1895 Cup final, which normally produces 6,000 or 7,000 fans. Also, there has been a death of the neutral going to the final.
Yeah.
How many people do we know, a bit older than ourselves, to be generous, who used to go to the Challenge Cup final every year, whoever was in it? How many years have we played spot the shirt on Wembley Way and got every team immediately? Don't do that anymore.
Do you remember doing that outside of 24? I think it took us 3 minutes to see every...
But even then, that's nothing compared to when we were kids.
This is what I mean. I saw a graphic the other day and it was like, there used to be like 80,000 in attendance and stuff. And I think now to 56, nearly what, 25,000 drop off.
And they were saying that there were amateur games played in the north of England on Saturday.
I'm not going to criticise.
But they used to put a coach on from every amateur club to go to Wembley, and everyone, well, not everyone went, but loads of people went from every amateur club to Wembley every year.
I'm doing it myself.
It doesn't happen anymore.
I'm not going to criticise anyone for not going because it is a lot of money.
It's expensive,
and it's a lot more than.
And I'm also not going to lay this at the feet of Wigan or Hull KR fans because they both travel quite well. I think.
There is something so special about it, and I know talking to my dad and talking to yours and Lewis as well. That Wembley for them isn't the same as what it was.
No,
the towers and
the old Wembley they talk about fondly, but for us, this is Wembley.
Yeah. This is all I've ever known.
The arch for me is iconic.
I can't tell you how excited I feel.
I've walked out at Wembley.
Have you?
Crowd noise, piped in, obviously. I was playing in the FA Cup for Arsenal against Aston Villa. Because I was in a red shirt. I was in a Wigan shirt. That's why I was playing for Arsenal on the day.
Right.
Aston Villa were the away team. They had 15 more players than us, so I think we were going to struggle if the game actually went ahead. But yeah, I went on a tour of Wembley a few years ago. Very, very good. I'd give it 10 out of 10. If you like Wembley, you should go on that. But yeah, Wembley for me is the Challenge Cup. Vibe with me is the Challenge Cup. The RAF band playing before the game. it's different to the grand final, and that's what's good about it.
I just can't explain how excited I was. Stood on Wembley Way looking at the stadium.
Yeah, and
I could feel the butterflies. This is Challenge Cup rugby, and it just means something, and you don't get that in Australia.
Again, the fact that one team was representing the women's and the men's final, and it's worth talking about the women's performance because it was unbelievable, and the domination from that women's team who have created the sort of bitterness among other fans that the men's team did in the 80s and 90s by just sheer dominance and by just easily winning every trophy available. The difference here being they've not paid more than anybody else. They paid it in line with everybody else, a bit less actually.
Invested in the right areas.
Invested in the right areas. Young players gave young British players a chance to stay in the competition and to play the right way under Dennis Betts. And I had a conversation with Dennis Betts 2 years ago. It was just before we played Hull KR in the final at Old Trafford, the one we won. And they just lost, I think, a semi-final narrowly. And I remember having a conversation with Dennis Betts. Dan was there as well. And we said, like, the gap's closing. And you could tell he was a bit disappointed. But he was like, yeah, we are closing the gap. We're getting there. We just need another 12 months. And you know what? He was right. They won everything last year. They're going to try and win everything again this year. They've won the Challenge Cup final with a fantastic performance. I mean, some of the ball playing, some of the line running, there's a huge difference in the defence between those two teams. Fantastic performance. The two Year 7 teams that made it to the national final, both from Wigan. Both the referees were from Wigan. Any other referee societies are available to join.
I don't want to throw that in the
other
news.
places can produce players and referees if they want.
Fair Play Saints have just produced one who's got the Warrington Hull FC game on Friday.
Yeah.
I've got his name.
Ryan something, I think it is. Sorry.
You know what? Speaking about refs, the referee in that Year 7 game is the Huddersfield Giants Academy product, I think. Jack Twigg, I think his name is. How do I get this right? His granddad is a bit of a legend in the community game, and his son, so this would have been the referee's uncle, I suppose. I don't know, can't work out the relation there. That's who the trophy's named after, the Year 7 trophy, because he sadly passed away, but he scored an amazing try when he was in Year 7 at Wembley.
Right, okay.
So the trophy's named after him, and the nephew or whatever it is, cousin or whatever relation it would be, the young player is the referee for the final this year. So I like that moment.
That's a full circle.
Yeah, I like that moment. Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're all in favour of everything staying at Wembley.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Unless it's out of action like it was that time, and we use Spurs. And I think
that was because of the COVID.
They brought it forward for some reason. I think that for some reason they had to push back the Championship playoff final, which was at Wembley that day, because Huddersfield were in both. Yeah. Or maybe it was the day after, I can't remember.
Right. Couple more to finish, and then that'll be this section done. Another one from Carl.
Carl got 2 questions, did he?
Liam Farrell, my captain.
Mm-hmm.
Where does he rank among the most decorated players in Super League? You could talk about forwards. I've had a look at the list. But where does he rank in Wigan history? In fact, last year he got put in the all-time Super League 30. The 30 year.
Yeah. He's definitely in that. Oh, he's definitely in that.
I think he ranks among the top 5, top 10.
It's hard to say, like, position-wise, putting people into a best 13 ever or is he the best second row. But in terms of, like, as a club legend, he's won, 18 trophies?
I think he's going to go a bit under the radar. Like, you think about Super League all-time great forwards, you'll think of your Andy Fowles, your Sean O'Loughlin, your JP Cox, your Adrian Morris, Paul Sculthorpe, some people like that. And we'll kind of go, so who's a good one, Liam Farrell. That'll be the kind of thing we say, he's an 8 out of 10 every week, won this. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Did it for a lot of years.
When I think you'll talk about people like that, and we'll always kind of be going, I think you've got to put Fountain will be flying. When he goes under it with Pete, because they're all, high quality, high caliber players, and we'll kind of be coming and going, you can't forget about Liam Farrell.
5 Challenge Cups, 6 Super Leagues, 5 league leaders, 2 local challenges.
That's ridiculous.
I think there's only Peacock in the forwards who's got more than him. He overtook Sinfield with that.
How far ahead is Peacock? Because I reckon he'd go past him. There's a chance of going past him.
I also wanted to throw in.
I liked his comment. Sorry, but I liked his comment. He said, "There's a lot of young players in this team, and I wanted to win this one really badly just to get them over the line and get it for them."
Yeah.
And he said he was the most nervous he's been for a final.
Yeah.
Which strikes me as odd because he's been to so many, and he's not won all of them. But he's played well in all of them. Harry Sunderland winner back in the day.
22 Peacock.
Peacock's on 22. That man was a joke. That was in the first Peacock.
9
It was an
grand
absolute
wins,
joke. 9 grand finals.
4 Challenge Cups, 4 World Cup challenges, and 5 league leaders.
It's ridiculous, that.
Yeah.
I mean, Peacock was a ridiculous player.
He was also named, I was going to talk about this with Liam Farrell, but Peacock got Man of Steel in 2003. Was in the Dream Team 11 times.
Right, but listen, if you are saying, well, he's not quite matched the career of, and then the next 2 words are Jamie Peacock, like,
phenomenal.
That's a bit. If you're second to Jamie Peacock in any sort of category, you are pretty good.
I just wanted to throw in, he's been selected in the Dream Team 6 times.
Yeah.
Didn't get
I should have played.
19 and 23.
Should have played for England more.
12 caps.
Should have had more than 12. I mean, we didn't play that.
We didn't play that
I
many.
think he's always been hit with, we've always against the top bit before. We've always had a really good pack, haven't we, in England? So when you think about who we've had in the second roles, being Elliot Whiteheads and Sam Burgess.
If you talk about the time that he was probably at his best,
Bateman was probably in there.
Yeah, what are you talking from? Maybe like 17 to 23. I don't want him to play that many tests.
No, we didn't play that many tests.
It was only under Wayne we started playing a few more series.
Probably would have. If we'd done that probably 5 years earlier, probably would have played a lot more. But yeah, very good player, very, very, very incredible captain, very legendary figure, and will go down, or should at least go down. And I know he's got his haters, like every player within the fan base, but should go down as one of the all-time greats.
Yeah, absolutely. Last one. Obviously, Harry Smith picked up a ban. What do you think we'll do in Paris?
Win.
That's an answer I love. That is an answer
I think that'd be a tricky game. That will be a really tricky game.
Of course.
Like they turned up last time at New Camp, they turned into prime Brisbane Broncos, and we didn't.
I suppose the question in this was
winning the cup's taking the pressure off Paris.
Yes. Yeah. I could see Marsden playing. Depends on the actual truth behind Bevan, whether he needs a couple more weeks. That was one of the conversations. He has to go back to his rehab now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Could we bring an outside back in and play Kieran? I think either of them options is fine. It depends who's ahead of each other in the pecking order, really.
Yeah.
Both of them are adequate.
We'll need another big game out of Farriman, that's for sure.
Yeah. The field, and there's plenty of...
We'll need our forwards to do what they did in this game.
Yeah, well, doing good form, aren't they? But
I'm going to end on that. If our forwards do what they did, it don't matter who plays at 7. Don't matter.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good point.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. You could have anybody playing 7. Lockie Lamb, Adrian Lamb, Terry Lamb, Larry Lamb. Anybody playing 7 behind that.
I think it's a bit of a shame, isn't it, that Paris? I know nothing they can do about it, but the Paris comes after the Grand Final, because obviously there's going to be the talking meetings, going to be the new big game. They'll be like, oh yeah, but Wigan's better than we stopped on the booze on Wednesday, so and that'll be in there. It'll take a bit of a...
I hope that's still not stopped.
Yeah, I know, but it's just what they always say. They make a big thing about it stopping on the drink.
I tell you what, I bet they've stopped me. I think this means something to them.
Paris.
Go and win there, then celebrate when you come and do the parade and all that stuff.
But the problem is that it's when we have to have all the away games.
Yes,
and obviously that's done cleverly because you go from the Challenge Cup semi-final to then you've got the Challenge Cup final in that time. Both of those games are at neutral venues, whether you're in them or not. you've got Magic Weekend in that time. So it does make sense to do it then, which means Paris has got to be there.
Yeah. What I'll say on that is, obviously there was a talk last week about the big Wigan Hawkeye game in the league being around then. The league is clever enough to know who the top teams are and try to avoid as many big fixtures around finals time.
All you have to do is put all your good teams against the teams that finish near the bottom, and if it just so happens that a team does really well that you don't expect,
that's okay.
That'll happen maybe once every 10 years.
But Wigan Warrington in 2024. Lee Hawkeye
was
a bit of a surprise.
That was a surprise. Lee was surprised.
But it's happened a few times now where teams who are in the final play the top teams, and it's not great for the game. Yeah. We're clever enough to fix that. Let's just solve that problem straight away.
Yeah.
Because we can do it whenever it matters. We can make Magic and Good Friday have certain fixtures every year.
Mm-hmm.
It's not randomly drawn out, let's be honest.
No.
Yeah. So I think that's a perfect point to end it. I know it's been a long one.
I'm going to look if it was longer than when we won in 2024. But I feel like that's probably the longest we ever spoke about a game before.
That was good, though. That was very good.
Cup means a lot to us.
There's something about being a Wiganer and that Challenge Cup. And, you know, the 8 in a row.
The fact that we've won it 22 times now. I think we've been runner-up quite a lot of times as well. Something like 35. Oh, no, not 35. It can't be 35. But we've had
a large amount of.
We've been in well over a quarter of the Challenge Cup finals.
Mm.
So you could say, like,
every 4 years
we make Challenge Cup final.
It means something to be a Wigan of the Challenge Cup and go down there. It's like heritage, isn't it? It's royalty.
We don't get a lot of opportunities to win. There's only really 2 trophies, really, isn't there?
Major trophies, yeah.
League isn't celebrated that much. You've had Grand Final, a Challenge Cup, so you got to celebrate when you win.
Absolutely, celebrate
not a lot
suitably.
of silverware up for grabs.
Do you still remember your first proper one? I'm not talking like when we were 2 or 3. I remember going down when I was about 10.
Millenniums to the Challenge Cup final?
Yeah.
Millennium Stadium 2005. I was 6 years old, I think.
But when I was getting a little bit older, you start understanding the game or whatever. I was too young to remember.
I don't remember a single thing about that game.
But being in 11, I remember sitting down with my dad on the court and telling us about how much it means to be here as a Wigan fan. And
well, he'd not been there for a while at that time. It's 9 years.
Mm.
And then again, when Pete won it 4 years ago, it was 9 years.
Mm. It's something that's so big as a Wigan fan. It's so special, and maybe other fans don't feel it the same way as we do. Maybe that is genuinely a thing. Maybe they don't feel it the way that we do because it's not ingrained in you. And
no, it's our trophy, and we've got it back. Thank you.
Yeah, looks so good with cherry red on it, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the place to end it. Matty, Lewis, it's been a pleasure as always, and it's so much better discussing the trophy win.
Oh, I know.
I know we're finishing this at 10 to 11. I think I'm going to watch the second half again.
Yeah, on that as well.
Yeah, I don't care. It's Challenge Cup, innit? Matty, Lewis, thank you for coming on, and we'll be back next week to talk about more Super League.